onto a Vice. Talon has not played this map yet, at least as far as I can tell. They're going to be playing double duelists, Raze, Neon, so they're going to forego a little bit of init power, and they're not going to play the meta comp, the core three that you see every single time. The Brim, the Breach, and the Teo is such a strong combination at the moment. They're going to forego that Teo and that init meta to play double duelies, so we'll see how they're going to run with that, particularly as they're starting on that attack side, so they're going to get to really kind of set the tempo at the moment.
Yeah, that is definitely the question here. How will Team Secret slow down the pace with Snappy alongside Kennedy as well with the Breach? It is going to be such a fast and swift execute on towards these sites.
Righty, Talon grouped up on top side. Pretty simple 1-4. Camera keeping an eye on Tree. It's not going to be any action over there as we do get the Archros and the Vine set up in towards B, and it's going to be a quick one from Talon here.
Kennedy here with a double kill. Team Secret didn't see what was coming in. Right after that, it is the site now being taken over.
Yeah, nice open plant for Talon. Numbers advantage as well as Team Secret take tree control. They're going to take a duel with Surf. What a shot from Prodigy. Instant fault line in response, and Laranja's looking for the next.
Ooh, not spotted with a beautiful headshot. Trade by NDG though. But against 2v2, still very doable retake here. Nizzy trying to find the shots, but Kennedy and TB Loy are really heavily fortifying the site. Team Secret really forced to push out of this. And there is the check. NDG, beautiful shot. There is no safety in these utility. Now it's half. Beautiful shots by Team Secret overall for them to be rewarded with this pistol win.
Yeah, nice retake in from Tree side. Felt like Talon gave them a lot of pretty straight up angles. Didn't really play the timer. I think when you get a knight's gonna save.
I think you might have predicted the future. Let's see if they're able to stop this potential onslaught. Here comes the flash in towards tower as well. Kennedy taking more open spot towards the site. It is completely clear. It is going to be an envelopment of retake. They haven't gotten anything yet. They don't want to reveal too much information. The Snappy ready with the Bucky, entering the smoke. Vanessa Applix, though, is able to take down Snappy. And now it's going to be a 4v5.
Little aftershock, trying to flush out Applix. There you go. Nice little kill for Kennedy, but NDG quickly trades, and it doesn't really look like too much more is going to be happening for Talon here unless they go massive with the Classics and the Sheriff.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Maybe Surf has something to say about it, just as you said. Prodigy is going to slide right in.
What?
Wait a minute. Now it's incredibly doable. Let's to the peaks here. Is Prodigy already on towards half, trying to bait this out, but it is still not going to be Talon winning. That's Team Secret with a 2-0 clean, but a lot of sacrifices with 3 members down.
I mean, you'll take it as Talon. Dear Lord, couple of kills, got the plant. Took 3 guns away from Team Secret. That is about as good as an eco can go outside of just outright winning the round. So they're going to be very happy with that. Not a great looking bonus coming together here for Team Secret. Definitely lacking a little bit of firepower. So great opportunity now for Talon to get rolling on their attacker side. Once again, they're just continuing to play this 1-4. Cypher keeping an eye on top side. Just going to be posted up on his cam. Quite happy to zip away if he needs to. Active defense coming in here for Team Secret. Flash through the arcade smoke. I like them staying active on their bonus round. A little bit of Teo drone through Dish, but you know, you can see that Talon, they're well aware that Team Secret is on a bonus here, and they're just going to instantly go towards the other side.
You see if Snap is able to get first blood here. NDG trying to track his shots, but Snappy able to come up on top into safety. Applix with a ghost kill. Gonna be happy about that one. But now it is Snappy continuing with more onslaught.
Team Secret just looking for damage. Trying to take some rifles away from Talon here if they can.
See? Prodigy, the only one with the rifle on the side of Team Secret.
I'm out of here.
Able to scout out, but is surrounded by the rest. Here comes the attack, the retake rather, a Surf. Able to get a kill from drop, but Nizzy, something to say about it. Again, down to a 2v2. Molly to buy time. Prodigy in a 1v2 situation. All in halls with fault line at the ready. This is going to be a little rough. But nonetheless, 1v2 with the first shot into the second. But there is no time. And Team Secret forced to just run away. And Talon is going to win that bonus, but a very expensive one.
Yeah, they lost all of their guns in the opening gun round here. This is where you have to even consider taking a half buy or something like that as Talon or going down to light armor. We'll see which they opt for. Great damage being done there by Team Secret. Again, from a numbers disadvantage, they're looking really clean on some of these retakes. You saw it right from the get-go in the pistol. So reinvestment here for Team Secret. Prodigy quite happy to drop that rifle over because he does have the overdrive ready to go. Couple of judges in the mix. So we'll see if those shotguns do have some impact here. Instant reinvestment for Talon. Kennedy doesn't even have any bloody armor. Bro's gone glass cannon vandal into a judge. I don't think that.
Maybe hoping for an orb, a kill for that showstopper. Here's the door open. The drone's gonna maybe spot out a lot. Able to destroy before anything gets suppressed as TBLOY is ready for the flash. No one wants to budge at all.
Yeah, you can see Surf being a little bit more active, creeping towards Arcade while all of this is going on. Straight into the judge though, Riku! Oh, it's an absolute nightmare.
Oh, no!
Lee's going 1 for 2, but that was never going to work out well for Talon. Now the spike's down.
And there's going to be, the Guardian almost transfer. Nizzy again, always ready for the trade. We get to see the spike isn't going to be retrieved, at least as soon as Surf looks towards the ground. Applix is right there for the timing. Now it's a 1v3. Lorange at least has the spike, has the gun and the armor. But against 3, it might be a little difficult of a task.
30 seconds left.
They have everything covered here. Comes to the peak. First contact's gonna be Applix. Beautiful shot. The flash will hit, but there is time to hide. There is 20 seconds on the clock. The fall line's gonna click, but they won't budge as well. Team Secret, they want to play this patiently. They know they have the advantage. They want to play for time. Get the first one. No transfer. Nizzy again. Ready for the play.
Nicely done. Is he over on the breach here for Team Secret? I remember him playing a little bit of Neon previously. So that is the role he's filling. But yeah, I mean, you could see it right from the get-go here. That was never going to work well for Talon. They're really trying to force through that Sky Smoke straight into a judge. That's never going to go well for you. It still came down to a very close XVX. You're seeing a lot of these rounds come down to be very tight by the end of things. But Team Secret winning that round, that is a swing round for them. Will break the money here of Talon, who once again go down to a bucky and some change. Couple of ults in the mix though. Rolling Thunder picked up as well. This could be dangerous for Team Secret if these are used correctly. Sheer gets baited out by Kennedy. Talon not in a rush. Once again, Surf's taken a lot of space up on Arcade side.
Yeah, a lot of information acquired by Surf. Let's see, TBLOY with the fault line. This might be the go signal as Kennedy ready with the pain shells as well. Once again, no one would budge. Here comes the go signal. Tower isn't clear just yet. Vanessa is right there with the judge, but is not able to take someone down before he falls. And there you go. Sight completely turned over to Talon.
Spike planted.
This could be very bad. Showstopper and an orbital in the afterplant. You've got a judge that is going to be very hard to dislodge out from tower side. Out comes the ult there from the defense trying to complete this retake, but with the showstopper pull, it's going to be very hard to get back in here.
Exactly, with the trades as well. Lorange takes down Prodigy. Now NDG half health. Nizzy forced to push now. Both players going to be on top of tower. There's the orbital strike being baited out as NDG finds the Sentinel on the opposite side. There's still 2 members left alive, all awake. NDG onto half. There comes the Rolling Thunder. They're trying to stick it. They don't have time. We'll see if this is going to be a clutch. And it is going to be, indeed, a defusal clutch. Nizzy again with a double as well.
Oh my lord, Talon put so much into that. They were broke financially, but they have just bankrupted their ult economy. 3 ults invested and Team Secret still get the defuse. That reminded me of that. Honestly, the round from the Talon game the other day where Cruz just stuck it straight through the Teo ult.
Yeah.
But after all said and done, despite some absolutely messy stuff from both teams, Team Secret will complete that anti-eco. It didn't feel like it. That felt like a bloody Goliath anti-eco.
Yeah.
1-4 again
Exactly.
from Talon. Surf on top side. Team Secret, they've gone for this same play multiple times. Will immediately go through Arcade, and Surf will immediately take the Zippy back down towards Southside, and Talon will speed up towards A.
Yeah, the massive respect onto the incoming cavalry. And here we go. It is going to be an envelopment from Drop. Surf finds one from the ropes as Kennedy gonna go through Sands as well. Here it comes. A lot of the utility raining through to make sure that they're able to take it into the side as Kennedy gets a triple at that. Nizzy once more being the sole survivor of this. He has been landing the important shots, the impactful frags. He might be able to clutch this maybe, but the clutch or the crouch from T-Beloy is going to do the job. Beautiful shots as well coming from Talon, and they'll take one after that.
Yeah, great protocols from Talon. See the flash play through that arcade smoke, and Surf just making that call that you do have stacked more heavily towards B. They're reading the setup super well. They have a little bit more tape to look at. I mean, Secret has played this map. They did, I think, smash Zol on this map previously. Whereas Talon, there's nothing to look at for them. They have not played it yet.
Placing wall trap.
Do have the half buy coming out for Team Secret. A good opportunity for Talon to build up their economy, get themselves back in the game. Outlaw purchase here for Kennedy. Wanting to farm up some anti-eco kills, maybe run the orbs and see if he can get a showstopper going in towards round number 8.
Still going to be a 1-4 setup with maybe Lorange lagging a bit behind just to make sure that Arcade's take into account as Snappy has eyes on Sands. NDG, or rather the smoke's going to get dropped.
Yep.
They won't see a thing yet.
Yeah, Talon just taking their time, baiting out util. They know that Team Secret on a round like this probably doesn't have much to work with. They don't need to rush things. Surf's going to go late through Arcade. The majority of Talon just going to kick off this dish push. They might even double satchel top side. We've been seeing that a lot lately.
Grenade.
And the fault line as well, adding into the chaos as Prodigy sitting into this corner. Is not going to get spotted at all. Not going to get a 2. But Kennedy is happy for that trade as well. The door is open and unleashes the hound that is Kennedy. And that's a triple. Now things are not looking good for TS on this half buy.
Let's see if they can take a gun or 2 more away. Got to reserve your expectations in a round like this, especially when the shotgun isn't able to multi-frag. Just looking for some exits.
Yeah, everything pretty much covered. Let's see if they're able to take some exit frags, just as you said. Applix. Vanessa as well with the peek, hearing the footsteps. It's their turn as T-Beloy. That's a nice fadeaway headshot. They're able to escape with one.
He's giggling to himself on the player cams. Is he alright? Oh my god.
Thumbs up.
Man's in a great mood. He's just really enjoying playing this Valorant game. Gotta respect that. Most pro players on the face cams are either looking focused, stressed, or depressed, but he is loving life. Love that.
That's definitely that's a good sign.
Yeah. I think Talon looks like they've got a pretty good game plan going into this. Does seem like it's going to be a quicker B split this time. Team Secret did crunch through Arcade or try to take that Arcade control through the smoke multiple times here. Going to be a tree take. Double fault line with the Theo utility. Almost kills Surf, but he manages to get out alive. Takes a lot of damage in the process. That's going to slow things down a little bit for Talon. 3 players for Secret ready to receive, though.
Yeah, it's very important as he's alive with Neural Theft available. Showstopper now activated. This is the go signal into the side. Showstopper kills NDG, and he is gone. Nizzy playing around inside the smoke as Applix gets a frag onto Surf. Finally finishing the job as Prodigy down to 10 HP. Finds Lorange looking outside of Arcade and still bringing value off of his life. 3v4. Team Secret still has a good chance at this, but T-Beloy eliminates the competition. Oh, still not over as we get to see Kennedy again with a multi-frag back-to-back. Now it's dead even.
Yeah, gorgeous. Very disruptive position in through Gen's side there. Team Secret never able to get enough space to actually get a retake going. So good stuff for Talon. I really love the way they're calling on attack right now. See, they're well aware that Team Secret is actively going for the arcade control, changing up the setup multiple rounds in a row. It's just a perfect round to kind of sequence that
เป็น
call
เล
on
น
the
เดอะ
attack
วอล
side
น้อง
in.
ชาย
Love that. Number 1. Yeah, the best player in Thailand, you're already pretty good. I don't think... you might even be the best player in the world, to be honest. This Thai player is pretty cracked, man. Got another 1-4 for Talon. Surf's just chilling topside on the camera, taking some pictures. Talon looks like they main control here. Team Secret has to respect it. They don't have much to work with there on the eco.
Oh, Razor Vines going to be activated. DG is going to pull back a little bit, but Snappy catches the head of Prodigy. Make that a third, perhaps, as everyone on A is gone from Team Secret.
Yeah, down to Vines and Afflex once again. Reserved to try to get some exits, if anything. Couple of players on Talon looking to try to get some juicy ult points if possible. Moving towards the next couple of rounds. Snappy just probably wanting to hold on to his rifle, if anything, but he's pretty far forward. No real reason to feed that, although the money is pretty good on Talon at this point, so I don't think they're really too concerned.
Yeah, that's true. It has been round after round. Has been quite the fast execute, and the first first initial attack is going to work out. But just as you said, yeah, Snappy's gonna fall. They have a lot of money as well. Let's see, is nobody's gonna walk their way, and there you go, Talon in the lead in this map.
Yeah, Afflex just holding on to the Phantom, heading into the next round. I'm loving Talon's decisiveness, though. They really very much are reading based on either what the Cypher sees on the camera and if there's a control from the defense, or maybe what they hear towards A main. And it very much is just instant map control into a side execute. There's no dilly-dallying. They don't overcook anything and try to get too fancy with pushing and pulling the rotations. They just, if X, Y, it's very clear, like, decision tree going on for Talon on the attacking side right now, and that decisiveness, especially with the Raised Neon, is doing them a lot of favors. When you're playing Cypher Raised Neon, what you lack a lot of the time is util in towards the mid to late round. You know, that's the great thing about Breach Teo and other like double init comps, is the fact that you can actually use, especially the rechargeable util, like the fault line, like the salvos, in the early to mid round to kind of work your map control and maybe condition the other team a little bit. With double duelists, you really can't do that as much, so I really love the way that Talon's playing their comp right now.
And that's the thing, right? Like, what can Team Secret do? Do they want to pull back from the site once they know where the point of execute is going to happen and retake S5? It feels like everything is happening so fast because of having to enable both the Neon and the Raze. Makes it very hard to sort of react and readjust to make sure that they have a more comfortable retake after.
I mean, yeah, Team Secret, I think they look better on the retakes, so maybe if they just trust their game plan in terms of wherever they're taking map control and just try to play the map, they can kind of have more util as we get towards the mid to late round here. So if they can use it correctly, especially on some of these retakes, I mean, that is the power of the Breach Teo on this map right now. Like, you could give them B side control, and then you could just nuke tower. Teo drone does spot out the Neon towards top side there. I mean, again, it's just simple stuff for Talon. They're not overcooking. Cypher's taking pictures on bottom side. The rest of the boys just working together.
Yeah. There's step A to Z for the side of Talon, but one thing that's different is now the operator being picked up by Prodigy for the first time in this map. So let's see if that's going to translate into sort of value, but Vanessa is able to get a kill onto Snappy across the map. Still, the point of attack is towards B, but Kennedy is going to get contact on to Nizzy and take him down.
It is 15-6 right now. Just dominating. He's going to overcook a little bit. Prodigy takes him down. Plant going down for T-Boy. He does have the Rolling Thunder to disrupt this retake attempt.
Steel Garden activated before the Rolling Thunder, but Vines gets a fast peek and a fast one. The range has the angle, but unable to finish the job. Surf, however, is going to try his best. Now it's on towards half, able to dodge the utility, finds the one, but has no access to the diffuser. And Surf is just going to be happy about those kills as a consolation prize instead.
Yeah, lovely stuff. The Team Secret, they get a pick as Talon takes map control. They post up Prodigy on that deep A main info line. So they had a very clear kind of plan of how their setup was going to go. I mean, it helps that Vanessa, is it Vanessa or Vines?
I think it's Vanessa, yes.
Vanessa? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he has vines, so maybe that's
True.
confusing
Oh, that's a
when he's
good
playing
one.
the character with vines. But yeah, Vanessa, I mean, Vanessa getting on the board there is huge. He was 0-8 before that round. As soon as he frags up, especially being the defending sentinel against double duelist. I mean, it's one-head analysis, but like, you know, if you're playing defense as Senti against double duelist, you probably need to be like locking down the site and picking the duelist as their entry. So he did that very well that round, and they won. Getting another timeout for Talon, as there's only 2 rounds left to play in the half. But this Kennedy bloke is absolutely frying right now. 15-6 on the raise. Absolutely love to see it. Just carrying old mate Surf. Surf is tired, man. You know, he's played champs, he's played masters at this point. He just wants to go on his AFK on his camera, you know, phone in the left hand. If they take arcade, I just take the zip rope and the boy, I just go lurk in the late round, and these young cracked Thai aimers will just take me into playoffs. Easy done.
Does seem it's going towards that direction with, again, how Kennedy has been such an incredible player for Talon Academy.
Just look at that setup. He's a trip, camera, and then a cage right where he would take the zip line. He just does not, he's not interested. If a salesman rocked up on Surf's door right now, he'd just slam the door in his face and say, no, thank you.
He's definitely okay in the setup. Just chilling. Or 11 rounds, but here we go. Team Eloy, Razor Vines activated. Somebody is already by the stairs. By the way, that's NDG having a present for you with the judge. Free upgrade, by the way. And now it is Talon stopped in their tracks.
Love that from Judge Judy there. Just very unimpressed with that A main take. Oranges and Surf trying to pick up the pieces. These have been the 2 more passive sides of the Talon attacking default, but it's just going bad to worse. Prodigy getting involved with the operator. Surf at least able to take it out of his hands, and he's getting a couple here, Riku.
Yeah, beautiful stuff by Surf. Has been on duty for solo duty for the past 11 rounds. We'll have to see though if he's able to clutch this out with 30 seconds. There might be ample time, but Team Secret definitely do not want to let go of the lead that they have, knowing where Surf is at. The crossfire has been set, an up and down as well. There you go. Team Secret with NDG ending this with a 4K.
Yeah, it's just great positioning from him. I think NDG really showing his experience there. There have been multiple rounds in a row where Talon has shown that same opening to the round, and their protocol from taking A main is to speed up A exactly like this. And you can see they tried to do it in the same way that they've been doing it. This dish A main split. The Neon throws up the fast lane, tries to cut the side in half. They get the raise satchel in, and NDG's just sat there with the judge. So do need to be a little bit more creative round to round. Can't just run the same set plays over and over again sometimes when you do have these experienced players that know how to shut it down, have learned a few tricks in some of the higher tiers at times. Once again, here's this A main control for Talon. Same setup as last round. Sky Smoke will slow them down for the time being, and Team Secret will take drop control, I'm assuming here. Looks like the Breach is going to set up NDG for a push, perhaps.
Ooh. And this is a little bit of an angle that we haven't exactly seen from Applix just yet. Playing very far close to the openings of Hall. But this time around, Talon decides to basically retract and go somewhere else.
They're playing very slow. NDG has this info line towards drop. They've got the op on the stairs here. If they don't use their utility correctly, fault lines up, flashes up. Looks like they're going to flash the line, but that's not going to hit Prodigy.
That's true.
Lucky to get away
Still
with
the
that.
wide swing. Yeah, with the wide swing, with the Razor Vines buying a lot of time. Prodigy with a fast lane just to escape as Viness finds a kill onto Snappy. And now in the blink of an eye, 20 seconds on the clock, more or less. The pressure is on for Talon. The spike has dropped as well. And kills are on in favor of Team Secret. And that's a flawless round.
Yeah, good stuff from Team Secret, and does seem like they're going to take the lead here at the half.
The Secret, though, they're starting their momentum.
Yep, there's the tree take. Snappy's just going to send it and keep going. It's a crunch on bottom side.
Exactly, it's gonna be a sandwich. It's 1-for-1 so far. Both duelists having a fun time. Lorange as well, just shutting down that pressure. Applix behind the box. He's gonna get shut down by Surf. And before everybody arrives on the site, things are just not going well on the side of Team Secret.
See you later. Taking the spike over towards B. Cam gets dealt with. Talon is behind the 8 ball here. Where's this plant? This is a safe plant, so not going to be as easy to play the after plant here. Vanessa a little out of position towards stairs as well. In fact, they're both going to play from stairs side. Is it even planted for them?
Yeah, that's really interesting. Maybe they do want to wrap around, perhaps, as Vanessa looks towards the entrances towards the site. And they do have this off angle here from the side of Prodigy. He's going to go out of there, but with 20 HP, there's nothing much you can do as Surf shuts him down.
I don't know why they planted it there. I guess they expected the bottom or top side route.
True.
But, like, if you're going to plant it there and then play double stairs, that just doesn't make sense. I think if you're going to plant there, maybe play from tower or something like that.
Right.
End of the day, though, it was the man advantage there for Talon, and they were able to utilize that to come in together on the replay. Retake there. No nonsense from Talon here. Nice set pistol to crunch bottom side, put themselves in an advantage. A little disadvantageous in terms of positioning, but they more than made up for that by just completing that retake together. Holding hands with your homies. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. Being able to, again, Team Secret definitely had a hard time reacting with the crunch. Kennedy, though, does have this outlaw at the ready. Let's see who is going to do the peeking. Fault Line's going to scare him off, however, and he's out of position.
Yep. Prodigy's got the Bucky. Everybody wants to be Danby this game. And we'll see who will be able to do that. Surf is actually anchoring with a judge here.
Let's see. Oh.
Seems like Team Secret going to take their time. Wrap through unders. Maybe look to run the orbs, perhaps. Prodigy's quite close to his overdrive at this point, so might prioritize that orb on the neon.
Absolutely. If they want to make sure that Talon does not take the sit even. We've seen very close buys before. Kennedy, though, gonna get shut down by that smoke. But tower's been infiltrated, but guess what? Surface right there to greet ya. The range as well with a headshot onto Vanessa. And Kennedy just trying to find Applix, able to find him eventually. And it is a very clean take, a defense coming from Talon here.
Yeah, the Bucky running up into tower. And Surf just has a judge, literally the equivalent of you call that a knife, and I can say that because I'm Aussie. Rifle's going to come out here for Team Secret. Very scary looking bonus for Talon, though. They have got a lot of firepower here. Outlaw, multiple rifles, and a judge. They could do significant damage to Team Secret's economy, if not cause a bit of an upset heading through this round. Team Secret also playing a 1-4. Senti left up on top side. Full A-Mate controlling, just walking straight out dry. Prodigy's lost his goddamn mind. He's going to post up with a judge here. So same round in reverse that we saw. Team Secret, at least for the time being, going to respect it.
I have no idea how Snappy was able to escape from all of that with just the knife out, jumping into the corner. Looks like they're anticipating perhaps Talon might do a similar thing where they sort of push from A main, but looks like, again, nobody would budge! No, Venus! Unfortunately, unprepared. Range, though, is getting a double at that. Make that a triple! Try to find the fourth, but gets denied, but nonetheless, damage has been made already. Nizzy, the only one left. Kind of trapped in between here, having to face two members of Talon onto A.
Yeah. See if we can isolate some duels here, but this is a beautiful high-low from the defense. Going to be a very difficult crossfire to be breaking, and that's exactly why. That's how you play your XVXs, ladies and gentlemen. You're in a numbers advantage. Really good fundamentals from Talon to close out that 3-on-1. They will win themselves the bonus against Team Secret. Kennedy playing with confidence. The dude went on a massive excursion there all the way to Mordor. Walked from arcade to dish side with a bloody outlaw. No respect being shown. And that comes up absolutely massive for Team Secret. For Talon. For Talon. for Talon. Team Secret will take a timeout. For Talon. We'll
Yeah.
just keep saying we'll just keep saying Talon.
The talent. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Maybe it's one of those things where you see the 1-4 happen and Talon's side. Surf always manages to get away. For Team Secret, unfortunately, Vanessa, not the same story for him. Got caught out.
He's not playing the man with the hat, though. He doesn't have
Yeah,
the,
that's
he
true.
can't take
That's
pictures.
true.
He can't take
That's fair.
pictures. Team Secret, they're going to have a chat about why they didn't pick the man with the hat here. They're also going to take a chat about the fact that they are in a pretty bad position now, Riku. They've lost the bonus to their opponent on their map pick. And now they've got to play attack on hard mode. Look at the money on talent. Dear Lord. 2+K on everyone. You've got the Outlaw coming out for Snappy. Like, this is going to take a lot of effort for Team Secret to work their way back into this game now.
Agree. It's going to be a lot of pressure on towards Prodigy with the overdrive here to get a lot of the multiple frags, the impactful frags here to clear onto A. But that's just one person. It's going to be Surf guarding A. Let's see if that's going to work to their advantage. Oh, there we go. Already made the drop. The Surf's gonna dance around, but the utility might be the end of him. 19 HP. NDG still not revealing himself, but TBLOY has a good idea. Here comes the crossfire. Now they know that somebody is there. They're not gonna leave that angle just yet as the smoke dissipates and immediately cleaned up. Talon once again. In a blink of an eye, just destroys Team Secret.
It's clean. That's so clean. Their money is fantastic right now, Riku. I'm feeling great about my prediction as well.
Same.
And also, yeah, Thailand, best country. Kennedy, best player in the world, apparently. Pretty sure. Overdrive's out here for Prodigy, though, so we'll see if Team Secret does have something in mind, maybe a quicker one through Arcade. Trips are already there for Surf. He's all on his Lonesome, though. Will only have a Brim Smoke for help as the A main control comes out here for Talon off the rip.
Exactly. Let's see if they're going to take control of towers. The spike, actually, they're going to take the long way around first. They don't want to risk anything in case it might be a judge player. Lagrange already ready for the orbital strike as well. Able to get one before he falls. Even catches the head as Prodigy was there mid-jump. Surf for the precise aim. Even trying to destroy one before it goes down. All up to Vanessa and Applix now to try to clutch this one out. The showstopper at the ready as well. Sandwiched into tower. And Talon reaches double digits.
It's just perfect defense from Talon. Like, they couldn't have done any better if they tried. Surf's just tucked himself into tower, playing the time, playing around his cages and his double trip setup. Lorange's playing gen side, able to throw down that smoke towards Arcade, the default smoke, but really the orbital placement, the use of the ults to deal with that round, not only slowing things down and make things awkward for Team Secret with the orbital, this means that they don't trade effectively, but also the immediate flood before the attackers can even get into a comfortable post plant straight in with the showstopper. Just makes that round incredibly uncomfortable for Team Secret. He's got the Outlaw here. That's a hell of a shot from Prodigy to start things off. Team Secret looking to try to cause an upset here with the weaker weaponry.
Yeah, good stuff. Able to perhaps get this upgrade. Lagrange gonna be playing quite close. Tucked in a corner. But Team Secret not gonna reveal anything just yet.
There's still a lot of util left over. Full util on Brim, as well as both the Breach and the Teo. In goes the Teo drone trying to scout out that B side of the map. Talon's on a little bit of a rotation, or more so kind of more playing retake towards B right now. Surf swapped up his sight, just playing off of his trips and his cam, trying to hard anchor this A side of the map. But with that flash coming in, Talon's stacking quite heavily towards A. They're reading this round very well right now.
Yep, they're making the right decision, absolutely. Here comes Prodigy as well. Oh, look at this! TBLOY gonna help assist with the cover fire, but Kennedy is able to take down Prodigy. Lots of trades here and there. 9 HP onto Lagrange, and the spray down with Fandom might do the job. 2v1, Kennedy still alive. 82 HP tucked into the corner, one utility left. No one forced out there because of Armageddon. Able to save his life as well. Maybe rotate into halls. Doesn't trigger the door. Just a rotation onto Sands and just nuzzles right into Nizzy's crosshair. Kennedy goes down and Team Secret is slowly catching up.
That is a huge half buy to be winning. I mean, I talked about how much of a hole Team Secret has dug themselves on this attacking side. You see 5 rounds in a row for Talon. Talked about how good their money is, and it still is fantastic, but winning an upset round like this, hell of an opener from Prodigy, and even though Talon read this really well, they had 4 players ready to defend this a full Cypher setup. Team Secret just executed so well and was able to win the round regardless, and that just shows you the power of Breach Teo right now. Even if you're executing into a stack site with weaker weaponry, you could still win the round.
Agree. Imagine it was a double layer of tripwires from the Cypher and nobody tripped at all on the way there. Here comes another possible silent approach over onto Arcade. Snappy, let's see if 2 in a row they're able to win this one. Now decides to take the reserved way out of there and respect the possible flood.
Cam gonna spot Prodigy out. It's a default cam there for Surf. Talon has got this A main control. Team Secret really taking their time here. A little bit of a tickle on Arcade, but they're going to fall away.
Uh-oh. Smell trouble here. Find the first one. I don't think they find the second, but Vanessa at least able to take one down before he falls. But now Team Secret on a deficit on man power. But maybe NDG.
What is that? He's got the spike. I don't know if he's already on the rope before those kills happen, but the fact he's dry pushing across the rope and that works out for him like that. That's ridiculous.
It might work. It might work. Prodigy already leaning towards Halls to join his teammate. Snappy with a snappy op shot. Now it's down to a 2v2 again. So Lux to clear sees the elbow, but Prodigy is at least there for cover fire. 2 HP for NDG because of that. And this might be a little too dicey for Surf.
Yeah, winnable. NDG very low. No corpses to ult here.
Yep. And no idea where they're going to be coming from, whether to Halls or from spawn. Surf, though, checking every single corner. The up and down from the stairs. Finds the one. Energy still giving value off of this life despite 2 HP. Team Secret, they're catching up.
Fight till the end. No
Very sharp shots being hit in critical duels there for Secret. It clutched that round out. It wasn't going well for Talon. Those initial trades went very well. Vanessa not really covering Apex very well. Gives a man advantage to Talon, which they dig their way out of with some individual brilliance. Has to be said. The fact that NDG just shift walks across the rope with the spike when he's lost both players over there and you're expecting the wrap towards tree side is just... That just makes no sense to me. Maybe I'm dumb, but I don't know if he was already on the rope already or not, but the fact that that works out is absolutely ridiculous. Talon timeout now. I think, you know, looking at the big picture of how this game is going right now for Talon, they were 5 in a row on defense. Unlimited money glitch in action. They just had so much economy. But regardless of all of those things working in the favor of Talon, Team Secret has won a half buy to upset them with a really sharp opening shot from Prodigy, and then into a man disadvantage 3-on-4 that they're able to complete. So, look, Secret getting away with a couple of rounds thanks to some individual brilliance and some good mid-rounding. This is where Talon want to put a stop to that and just try to get back on top here. Because if they lose this round, the money's not going to be looking so fantastic.
Yep. They might be sweating a little bit here considering the Team Secret with the numbers that they've, like, wins on split one. It's all about the attack, but the stack onto A, perhaps. This is going to be respect, but NDG instead shuts down Kennedy, the best performing player over in Talon.
Nice opener. Talon now playing full retake B. It's just Surf set up there, playing off of the trips. They're sticking around in towards Sandside. Really anticipating Team Secret to kick off another wave of A aggression here, and they'll be correct about that.
Oh dear. If TB Lloyd triggers that door open, Prodigy's gonna be lying and waiting for the shot. Very important, especially that Rolling Thunder is on his hands. But with the utility, he hears it. He has to be prepared. Here comes utility now being exposed, forced out of the corner. Nobody wants to budge yet. 40 seconds on the clock here. Pilski, Prodigy enters. Full Knight's not gonna end in victory as Prodigy gets a double. Steel Garden now utilized as well. And now Lorange is stuck in the middle of it all. And just like that, Surf's the only one left.
30 seconds left.
Not a beautiful round from Team
Spike
Secret.
planted.
Great entry duties from Prodigy. This man is dragging them kicking and screaming through this game on the Neon right now. Had some great opening kills, as well as closing out these XVXs, and Surf once again left in an untenable situation. Never seems to be able to get involved in many of these rounds until they're already over.
Yeah, absolutely. Things have been quite fast whenever Team Secret picks a site up. And then the next thing you know, the rest of Talon is gone. And Surf on his lonesome. And now it's going to be 10 to 10. Let's see if Surf is able to grab some exit frags here, as that's exactly where they're going to be heading.
Yeah. I mean, he's already got his neural death. I don't think he's...
Yeah, probably not.
Outside of maybe taking some money away from Team Secret. But he's going to hold on to his Vandal and armor. He's got a cage in the back pocket as well. Loranges and Kennedy do have some decent money behind themselves. The rest of the boys will be a little bit poorer, though, on the side of Talon. So beautiful resurgence here. I mean, Team Secret, I said they were going to play this attack on hard mode. They've made these last 3 rounds look better and better. Won themselves a half buy, won themselves a 3v4, and then that last attacking round was very dominant from them.
And that looked really clean, especially off of the timeout of Talon. Unable to convert a win, a round win. But lots of ultimates available for the side of Talon as well, so perhaps retake, perhaps stall might be beneficial in the upcoming few seconds.
I mean, Kennedy's already ready here with the showstopper. They've got the breach in position for the Rolling Thunder. So they could shut down this B hit before it really gets rolling. But Team Secret, you can see they're not in a rush to be going anywhere here. Trying to find out where the Cypher's playing. Surf finally gets involved in a round before it's actually over, and he's going to take the head off of Prodigy. That's a big, heavy hitter on the side of Team Secret, hitting the deck early on. Someone else is going to have to step up here.
Exactly. Who is that going to be? The question is, especially key ultimates are available, or almost available on the side of Team Secret. Don't want to risk it. And there is the absence of sound, but nobody wants to budge as well on the side of Talon.
You have the judge in the prime position.
Oh.
Out comes the neural theft. That might force Team Secret to speed up into A here, right into the judge.
Exactly. Oh, Snappy! There is the smoke, so that Snappy's able to cross, forced to pick up the spike, firing a couple of shots across the smoke. 20 seconds on the clock, though. There is still Surf remaining onto the site. Sees the elbow again. Finesse has been exposed. Now they know where he is. Surf needs to buy time, needs to slow down this push. With 10 seconds on the clock, Finesse is forced to land these shots. I don't know if they have the time with Rolling Thunder enabled. There is not going to be any time in over Team Secret to plant this spike. And now Applix is going to be trapped into triple. A Surf lands a 4K to end this round. Talon close to match point.
Huge from Surf. Most experienced player in the server here. Just showing his experience in a round like that. Excellent opening kill. Plays the positions perfectly. Just dodging the Teo utility. Dodging the Teo drone. Just tap dancing on the site. Big 4K from him as well. And just great patience over on Gen's side. Not overplaying his hand. Being aware of Vanessa's late lurk up arcade on the vice there. Attacking side up out here for Prodigy is the change up for Team Secret. Instant arcade push and crunch on top side here for Talon finds absolutely nobody. Vanessa not playing there. Is all 5 players committed to the bottom side of the map, but that's great information gained early on for Talon. And with how slow Team Secret is playing right now, Talon's able to reposition and readjust their setup accordingly, and this really might catch the attackers off guard.
That's the unfortunate thing. Let's see, though. NDG. Let's see, Kennedy's able to escape. Doesn't know that that's just a second player right there, but Nizzy, guess what? I'm able to identify and take you down. 4v5. Prodigy, a walking turret at this point with the operator at hand. Kennedy, let's see if he's able to shut him down. Looks like not even needed, as Team Secret will just rotate to A.
Yeah, Vanessa's got that A control. B control re-established as Kennedy pushes through that stairs, sees absolutely nobody on A, and the rest of Team Secret speeding up through sand now.
Wind up. Prodigy is much more snappier as Lorange get the double. Finesse shuts him down, though. And now Kennedy finds himself in a very awkward position against 3. There is the showstopper available, but I'm not exactly sure how this clutch is going to go with 3 members left alive as well. Oh. Drone. Can spot that one out. Nizzy, though, knows where to look. It's now 11-11. Things could get really dicey. Could be overtime even, Pilski.
Yeah, very tight game. Had an OT between these two teams the last times they played. But some trends not continuing. Snappy was by far and away the best performer for Talon. Last time they played Team Secret Academy in the last split, but really has not hit his mark just yet. This opening map, at least. Maybe Fracture is not his jam. Attacking side op going to be kept over here for Team Secret, so Prodigy still looking for those opening kills. And once again, same approach for Team Secret. Not interested in top side at all.
Right here.
Just chilling bottom side with all 5 of the boys. Talon have taken A main control early on here. Got Snappy on that deep info line with the Sky Smoke securing it. Reactive Breach util at the ready as soon as the attackers try to make a move.
That's true. No one wants to budge. Maybe Team Secret wants to find that pick, but with the tripwire placed by stairs, meaning nobody would want to go beyond that barrier. They have to really ease into the point before anything else. Here comes the swap. NDG ready with the Armageddon. It's quite the silent start, but it is all revealed. Fault line now activated as well. Exchange of utility. Fast lane to have this site. But no one's gonna go in just yet. Smoke even reactively being placed down as NDG takes down Kennedy. Prodigy with a second as well. It's pure chaos. On towards the site. No plant yet. Finesse onto Arcade. Snappy with a slide. And Applix with a second. Third kill for Prodigy. And now it is match point for Team Secret.
A beautiful little detail there for Team Secret. The Neon to take the op in the opening parts of the round, then it's juggled over to the Teo, who drops the salvos and is able to post up on a line towards Arcade. Picks the raise as she peeks out Arcade, I think straight through a Sky Smoke. And then Prodigy, who's thrown the rifle in the mid-round, able to just do that fantastic entry work that we've seen from him time and time again to put Team Secret on that point. What a bloody recovery from these lads after going down 0-5 on their attacking side here. 1 round away from closing out their map pick. And once again, just sticking to their guns. Chilling down on bottom side. Finesse exploring unders. Going to wrap through to Arcade at some point, I'd imagine.
There.
And Talon once again securing A main control.
Yeah, giving it a bit of information as well. I don't know where everybody's at, but NDG is close to droning that area. He might spot this one out. The Suppress at least able to wrap himself in towards the corner. Gotta get tagged a little bit by the missiles. Prodigy, though, unable to find the target just yet. Still forced to push, but remember, things have been great with the execute for Team Secret. Finesse, though! Faster shots with the Phantom on towards the head. Prodigy activates, but is tagged by Vision as Larynge with a kill. Snappy coming up from behind, swapping into a different weapon. 23 HP for NDG. And now the sandwich is going to cause chaos for Team Secret.
What do you do here? They're absolutely rudderless. Vanessa trying to go through drop side.
30 seconds
but
left.
you can see Talon's got the whole map and Team Secret doesn't know what to bloody do.
The unexpected play. Everything just felt like things were going a bit too fast for Team Secret. Even Surf. But Finesse and NDG, they could still take this down. 10 seconds on the clock. Do they know? Do they want to know? Vault line activated. Still the plant goes down. Resetting the time. Finesse with a triple. Be incredibly impactful in these rounds. Now it's a 1v1 into a steel garden. Removing the weapon. 5 bullets left. Here comes the switch into a shorty. Forced to reload. TB Loy now. 5 seconds left. Back to a shot. A classic to the head. It's gonna send this to overtime, Pilski.
What was that round? That round was chaos.
I cannot.
Oh, the bottom side wrap for Talon as Team Secret execute the B
Switching
side.
sides. Overtime.
I thought it was all over when Kennedy got one tapped with his showstopper in the back pocket. Never got an opportunity to use it, but then beautiful playing off the trip with the stinger and the push through A main in the mid round there for Talon. Just ridiculous. Lot of nerves there for Vanessa, you can tell. I mean, the steel garden's out. You've got to be the alpha there when you rip that steel garden against the breach. pull the rifle out and get in his face. Just gave a lot of respect to that breach. He had a nice open plant for himself, so I understand it, but yeah, you could really tell the nerves were ticking over there. And TP Loy just takes full advantage of that, just pistol whips old mate in the head with the classic. I mean, this has been a really great game of Fracture, honestly, between both of these teams. Always good to see
100%.
these academy squads, because you get the inconsistencies, you get to see some of the up-and-coming talent and some of the individual skill that some of these players have, but it's not perfect Valorant. That's what makes it entertaining. Yeah, both of these teams making mistakes, there's spaghetti everywhere, but that's what makes the game so tense and so bloody entertaining.
Absolutely, especially the story that led this to overtime. And don't forget, the first time they matched up at split number 1, it was also overtime on Haven, and it ended in a 18-16 scoreline with Talon's victory. I don't know if that's going to happen again, but there's a possibility.
Oh, this is going to be a slaughter on Arcade. Team Secret are doing this Arcade take through the Sky Smoke, and this time it's not Surf up there. It's going to be Talon being active towards Arcade.
Right there.
See who's going to win this exchange.
It's going to be a 4v3 on paper, unless Team Secret's ready for this. Comes the flash to at least stop the onslaught. Prodigy gonna push through the smoke, perhaps. Gonna slide right in, but guess what? Kennedy's right behind you, and nonetheless, Team Secret's more prepared for that. And in a blink of an eye, it's a 3v1.
Oh, Talon's absolutely cooked that. They've seen that. I'm pretty sure we've seen that same play for Team Secret in regulation multiple times. And they just were not ready for it all. I don't know if, like, Surf has seen that on his cam, but I don't know if that the rest of the team was ready for that.
I don't think so too. The fact that I think Nizzy again reflexes and Vines once again is gonna finish the job, and that was such a quick round because it was already over when they met in Arcade.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those rock paper scissors rounds. But the thing is, I felt like Talon was throwing scissors and Team Secret was throwing paper. Look at this crossfire. You had a player on, you had double players in unders and 2 on the other side of the smoke. You're pop flashing through the smoke into a 4-way crossfire, like 2 players on either side, and they trade 1 for 3?
Yeah.
Or like 1 for 4? Or 2 for 4? I just lost count, but it wasn't a good trade.
It wasn't.
I'm not good at maths, but it still didn't look good.
Not at all. It was definitely Nizzy with the fast reflexes, but let's see though. Quite the fast take from Team Secret to cross over to haul into Sands. Prodigy leading the charge as usual, but there's a lot of more players invested over here onto A.
Team Secret cutting the brakes for a moment. Oh, the aggression through the sand smoke inside of this sky smoke. This is just an absolute net.
It is going to happen. Nizzy and Prodigy in an instant. It's happening again. Except that this time around, it's on Sand. Snappy knows where everybody's at. Meets together. Peak flashes as soon as Prodigy tries to cross. And once again, it is a standstill. They can't push through just yet.
Yeah, just opening and closing the door. Cutting sound. Forcing Talon to get nervous, maybe forcing some kind of rotation, but there is a rotation. My Surf has still got his trips up. Playing from Gen's side. The breach has rotated over here and can hear that zip, I'm pretty sure, from spawn.
Oh, Surf. Oh, it's just backstab after backstab, isn't it? We'll see, though, with TV Loya being the main distraction as NDG takes him down. Surf is going to get tagged a little bit, but they have no idea that this is happening. Sees the first nozzle, destroys the plant.
Spike down, B.
As well, NDG is down, now caught in an awkward spot. Snappy, 13 seconds on the clock, has to pick up the spike. Actually, able to cover ground, tucked in, and has time to plant the spike. Now, they're forced to do this 2v2 retake. Knows one is there. That's going to be Vanessa. First crossfire is there, finds the 1v1, overdrive to the head, and it still continues, 13-13.
Oh my god, what is this game? The wrap on bottom side from Surf. Completely catches them off guard. Team Secret they trade so well coming out Sam. And I don't mind them rounding back towards B, but it was a little bit too patented. Sorry, what's the word? It was too obvious. my vocabulary. Thank God it's not my job to talk for a living. But the zip line over on the bottom side, as well as the 3 players coming upstairs, was a little bit too readable. You got the rotation coming in through the breach on Canteen. Delays long enough for Surf to wrap bottom side there. We go another OT. Talon playing the 1-4 with Surf up on top side, sitting on his camera.
Bit of a high-low.
Look explode here.
Yeah. Razor Vine. Oh, just activates the shear. Call it a day.
Baiting out the Vice Util. Sky Smoke going to further delay. Brim's over here though, so I'm pretty sure they want to go.
They're ready. Just waiting for the signal. But the Arc Rose, they got to be careful. They might walk into that. Probably just waiting for Surf to look at Arcade. Here comes the Execute. This Razor Vine's activated, but they all have made it across safely, except the Spike, actually. Applix already trying to fire some shots to able to transfer. Molly to just stop any cavalry coming from that area. And they are successfully plant the Spike.
So much util on the retake here for Team Secret. They're doubling it though.
No. There we go. Applix, though, trying to get a peek onto Arcade. Finds one, but gets traded immediately. Snappy out of utility. TB Lloyd with a double kill as well. Nizzy again. Subbing right in. Subbing right through. Might be a clutch, but that's going to be a no. Snappy is tucked into Jen. And Talon in the lead of this overtime.
Yeah, used a lot of util to get in there, but they play such disruptive positions that it makes up for them. Able to stop Team Secret before they can get in on the retake. You see exactly that. Both Kennedy as well as, I mean, even TB Loy's peeking on the breach, but Snappy playing from Gen. They're all taking duels on these players as they retake in through Gen and Canteen. And the problem with that retake is exactly that. They're all coming in through Gen and Canteen, Riku. When they started with a 2-3 A main control, they had the Neon on the info line. Think about all the rounds that have gone well for the team that takes A main control. At the start of the round, it's all bottom side wraps. That's what they needed to stay active in terms of the map control. When they all just retake in through spawn side, Gen and Canteen, they're just running into a big crossfire with no pressure elsewhere. Like, Fracture is this map where on defense you have to be active, you have to be aggressive and do things that are assertive, but they just didn't do that. They just take the initial map control and then all retake through spawn side and get absolutely cut apart.
That's true. I guess the example that we saw was when Surf did a wraparound from Suarez that definitely dismantled Team Secret right afterwards. You're right. Talon has completely read Team Secret in that previous round, and this could be it. Talon won the defense earlier as well.
There.
Looks like it's going to be a 1-4. Maybe Execute through Arcade into Kennedy as well as Surf. I think Kennedy's top Gen this time. Not sure if he's played there yet.
Could be the first time for Prodigy, though. It's going to get spotted by that tripwire. Going to go in fast. Surf ready for this. Even pre-firing shots into the Cypher smoke. Lagrange, though, playing into this off angle as well. Spots out Vanessa, or rather, spots out someone. NEG with a crouch. Able to get a shot onto Surf for the delayed trade. TB Loy playing in the middle of it all, making sure that maybe, just maybe, somebody will come from stairs. His Snappy has eyes on that area as well. Kennedy with a paint shell kill onto Nizzy. And it has been a staggered round so far, Pilski.
Yeah, Team Secret just cutting sound. They're hoping that Talon get nervous. You can see Snappy turning around, expecting some kind of a flank. In comes the second wave of this B take.
Here we go. TB Loy, though, stuck in the middle of triple. Dunez, eyes on the prize as NDG knocks him down as well. Kennedy with another trade. NDG racking up some kills. Armageddon available to regain space on the site. They're able to get the plant down. Applix gets a kill onto Snappy. And this 1v2 with just 10 HP with this operator shot to end it all possibly is going to be very difficult.
Oh, we're going another OT. There's no way you can do this on the Brimmy here. Beautiful double tower post plant for Secret. Don't need to do anything fancy here. Salvo will be coming back up soon. They've got the molly. They've got everything they need.
Especially with Lagrange already ready for the shots. Exactly. And there you go. Just as you said, it is going to continue.
Yeah, Talon though, they
Switching
missed a
sides.
beat there.
Overtime.
They had a perfect setup. Surf gets the opener on the Neon entry deep tower, and then he overcooks a little bit, aggresses into tower side. They had the perfect setup. They had the Brim scaling out of the canteen smoke, ready to play close stairs for the lurker to come through or just shoot people as they come out arcade. As I said, they had Kennedy top gen. You couldn't have scripted a better setup to defend the B site, but just couldn't win the round. Team Secret was freezing in the mid round.
No way! Kennedy, though, able to at least salvage that encounter. And now, once again, Talon at an advantage. Nizzy, who's subbing in for Secret, has been doing a fantastic job trading for his team, now being joined by Applix from Sands.
Talon just cutting sound. Waiting for some aggression from Team Secret with a man disadvantage. There's the second wave. The flash in towards Sand, but beautifully avoided by both Nizzy and Applix.
Oh, this is going to be disastrous. Surf again. Able to dodge the flash even. Tucking right in as take advantage of the chaos. Molly. Oh, there's a little bit of an entryway towards the doors. But I don't think Nizzy wants to risk all of that just yet.
It's taking their time here. Range is quite low. Surf is playing with Nizzy. Gonna start tapping the spike sooner rather than later. Team Secret may open the door, maybe make them nervous about the A main flank.
One enemy
Now
remaining.
forced out of his safe zone. 1v2 situation. Surf still has 100 HP. No utility. Just pure firepower. Let's see who's going to win this duel. And it's going to be Vanessa and TS. Back and forth leads here on this overtime.
This is beautiful. This is a great game of Fracture right now. Both teams is going blow for blow. Map point
Switching
now for
sides.
Team Secret. They've had to work bloody hard for their map pick if they win here in OT. What's Talon going to do on the defense? They had the perfect setup in that defensive round last overtime to try to close out the game. They read things very well, but they just overcooked in the mid round. Even Surf, a little bit of an overpeak into
enemy
tower,
remaining.
and then they just don't trust their setup. And Team Secret takes full advantage of that.
Let's go!
Exactly. Team Secret definitely feeling the momentum for sure. Oh, Snappy will leave the angle. But Vanessa, that means good news for him.
Instant rotation for Talon. There's 4 people here.
Oh. Drone's able to spot Snappy out. A bit of a suppress. So Vanessa able to creep up behind TB Loy and take one down. Things are looking great for Team Secret here. They could have this overtime win, especially with that. But look at the
Strike
kills
down
from Talon. A triple for everybody. Vanessa though has other plans. Down to a 2v2. Surf with a possible transfer. That's going to be a no.
Attackers win.
Team Secret win this overtime.
Sides in the Asian region taking a lot of inspiration from our Pacific teams. Who kind of when they're going to go, but can you stop it? Because you've got an ISO swinging at you a lot of the time. It's a bit scarier when it's Meteor, but Prodigy, the way he played last map, I'd be feeling a little bit scared too. Camp taps front B. Vanessa on the lurk. Snappy's maintained that rebel control. There's the C take on the other side of the map for Team Secret, which will force out a respec smoke from the defense.
Little duel between Snappy and Vanessa. They're just going to pull away. Not going to commit to C just yet, but the presence of the smoke is enough for 2 members from Talon to rotate to C.
Now comes the Teo drone. Prodigy dealing with that. They spot the ISO, but that's not enough to keep them interested. Rotations coming in from Waterfall from the defensive side here. Jump spot from the Yoru. Cage going to obscure the fact that Team Secret is walking through A main here. Viper Wall going up for the defense. As they continue to shift the rotations, they're going to clear front B here and see the cam. Door getting tickled from Team Secret.
Right here.
Get to see no one entering tree just yet. Just making a lot of noise. 30 seconds on the clock, by the way.
30
Team
seconds
Secret
left.
now forced to do the execute, clearing every single thing. Fault line is going to stop them from exiting tree. As Snappy has eyes on the prize. No one's going to get blinded, but because of multiple targets, things could get a little dicey for Snappy. That's exactly what happened. Lagrange already on the side of drop. Gets a headshot. There's multiple members. 10 seconds on the clock. NDG now forced to
10
plant
seconds left.
with the side of Nizzy. Actually forced to enter drop. finds the trade. And now Prodigy with a long flag, by the way. And TBLOY able to survive, but jumps into the loving arms of NDG. NDG as well, trapped in the middle of it all. Applix onto Tree as well. Now 2 members from Talon already inside the site with a long coverage. Fire as Surf takes Prodigy down, and Kennedy as well with a piece for himself. And a successful retake for Talon.
Well done from them. Staying active in the early to mid round. Could see them, although they were pushed off that A info line, continuing to jump spot, clearing that C with the Teo drone, putting up the Viper wall and rotating to clear front B. Despite the fact that they lost their Yoru pretty cleanly there. They're able to hold on, and with all of the info and the positioning that they took in the mid round, really helped them complete that retake. So good start for Talon on their map pick here.
Yes.
Force Team Secret on an eco, which they invest a little bit in. Sheriff and a Marshal here for the duelists.
There we go. Finesse gonna get taken down by Kennedy very swiftly. On from bottom of B. But the stack from Team Secret now is going to be towards the C side. TBLOY ready for this off angle, unable to escape. A good thing the smoke is going to be there. Tries to transfer as Nizzy lands a shot onto TBLOY. Orange has a trade of its own as well. In a blink of an eye, the round is over and done. Quick stuff.
Yeah, keeping 4 rifles up is fantastic on the defense here as well. It's going to set up Talon for a pretty nice looking bonus. Fire coming out for Team Secret. We'll see what they want to do in their opening gun round.
Here we go. Bunch of half shields on the side of Team Secret. But 2 orbs left for Nizzy Showstopper, who has been performing in these opening rounds. Let's see if it's going to be a fast one towards A.
Team Secret respecting the initial breach Teo utility. Talon take this C info line. It's a drone out, as well as a progression smoke dealt with by Snappy, who was forced to TP off the line. It does take a lot of HP out away from Nizzy, who did buy Guardian full armor. So the fact that he hasn't gone for a Vandal Light there has actually saved his life.
10 HP left. Snappy trying to find a line of shot. Finds NDG eventually after 2. 45 HP. Gets sacrificed and teleporting out of there. The bonus of Team Secret ending up in shambles at the moment. But Prodigy could potentially salvage this. He's able to double tap in. Lagrange has an idea as he hears it. Sneaking his way out. Breaks the shield. Gets the kill. Applix, though, sneaking right in. Might find a trade, but the snake bite is going to cut him off. Now Nizzy's quite low. Forced to double peek this. No transfer. But the damage is already done. Stuck in the middle of it all. Kennedy finishes the job. Talon, 3-0.
Nicely done. Bonus picked up. Handful of rifles upgraded. 3 Vandals taken out of that round for Talon. This is exactly how you'd want your defensive side of your map pick a Lotus here starting. And Snappy getting a lot of value out of that Outlaw. Loranges as well. Going unchecked on the site, getting way too much value. Team Secret just really not doing their due diligence
Right here.
as they work their way through A main onto that A site there.
That's true. They were very, very constricted in space there. They might try again. Onto Rubble as Nizzy takes TBLOY down as the Shrouded Step finishes. Lagrange trying to fire these shots as Prodigy as well. Trying to finish the kill onto Lagrange, able to escape. Ready for the utility. The assistance of Kennedy alongside the Flash, but they make their swift exit. Nope, they're re-entering. They're re-entering the site. Zaplix, that's the kill into Kennedy at least, but it's a 3v4 with Team Secret at the advantage. Oh, Surf! I thought that was going to be not the best timing to peek right on out. Guess what? There's another one. That's going to be Applix. Showstopper to the face as well. As Snappy tries to recover this round. One more shot on the Outlaw, but is found by Vanessa. And it is a lower buy win on the side of Team Secret.
Yeah, Talon. It's getting caught off guard a little bit there. You've seen Team Secret respect their A main take multiple times. In that round, they don't. Get the, as you can see, salvos out with the fault line, and you get the double dive out. with both the
Player standing.
Omen as well as the Raze satchels. And the defensive Omen TP is just taken full advantage of, and they just use that as a chance to get the Vandal on their ISO and continue just rolling on through. So Team Secret stealing out around there. Snappy not able to hit the op shot. They know that the op is on the defense here. Viper Ball is going to go up, and Team Secret will take control of A main for now.
Yep, able to cross towards rubble. But Snappy is able to reposition at least. Dimensional drift ready. But gets smoked out. No choice but to leave position. Back to Link. Some of them go. Slowly creeping in. Crossfires at the ready, and Prodigy is going to deal first blood. Double tap activated as well. Flash is going to come in, but no one's going to be blinded at all. Snappy onto the stairs. Sees the shoulder. Eliminates Vanessa. Dimensional drift now activated. Let's see how the scout is going to go. Here comes the flash right in. Spots out a couple, but retracts back to position.
Yeah, he's just going on a fact-finding mission. In the meantime, TB Loy taking all of that C control. They know exactly where Team Secret are, and this is exactly what this comp does. You know what the attackers are going to do. You know where they're going to come from, but can you stop it?
Perhaps the switch onto B might be the solution here. Surf for the sake bite, though. It's going to stop them in their tracks. Kill contract with Prodigy of the double tap as well. Going to make things extremely difficult. And another shield applied as Applix already in position.
You can see Talon just setting up the net, clearing out all of these annoying angles. Off angle from Prodigy, definitely the play to keep your eye on in towards the hobbit hole, but he overextends, giving Talon the man advantage.
Right here.
NDG with a one-off angle as well. With Ty inside the smoke, able to drop down the box. Lorange finds his head. Now it's Rolling Thunder to invest. It was going to scare away Applix off of the site. Pour everything into the kitchen sink and see whether or not it's going to work. It's already towards half. You have the height advantage as well. You saw its foot. Applix though finds its head. Lorange's going to get taken down. Team Secret wins this one.
But to scrape it across the line after the half-by win, you can see the hole in the economy that poured for Talon. By winning their bonus, they lose 2 in a row to have their money broken and go back down onto a half-by. Kennedy trying to grab himself a hero rifle here. See what he can get done with it. Team Secret definitely off to the races here. It's not the first time in this series that they've won a half-by to start to turn around their fortunes. They did the exact same thing on Fracture. Winning rounds that you wouldn't expect them to from man disadvantage situations or with weaker buys.
Exactly. Can definitely count them out on the lower buy. They'll definitely take advantage of every single opportunity. C now might be the point of attack. Boombot now ready. Satchel, paint shells as well, rather. TB Loy's gonna get taken down. Colat towards the box. They've fully taken over the site already. Only Surf might have to wait a little bit for the rest of the team.
It's just one of those situations where you're just not really used to playing against the sofa very much. Get scanned and it's spammed right through the boxes. Trip dealt with on the flank. Talon with a little bit of a flank on in here. Bolt light comes through. A lot of KO utility as well. Finesse put in a very difficult position. Still going to take one with him.
Exactly top of the box. Save anticipated, but still get denied off of a kill. Free upgrade is at least Surf. Still the Sheriff at hand. Just too many to make things happen as NDG will end the round. It's now 3-3.
3 guns taken through for Secret. Starting to stabilize their money and get going on this attacking side. Or Talon try to recover the streak that they were starting to build up for themselves. Armageddon's online here. Surf just one multi-frag off of the pit. What on earth is going on here? I told you that it's not just one Tactibear. He's not an omniscient being. There's a lot of Tactibears in there, Riku.
That's true. That's true. There's many of them.
I'm not right about many things, but I'll take pride in that one.
Yeah. I agree. 100%.
TB Lloyd getting up on top of rubble here, spotted out by the cam. Vanessa doing his due diligence as the lurker to apply some pressure. There's the dart towards C long and the progression smoke just to apply some pressure to the defense. With that rubble control, Talon have
retrieved the
rotated
squad.
quite heavily towards B and C here, and they are ready to deal with this C execute coming in. The Yoru's already at waterfall, 3 on the site.
Looks like Talon is ever more ready compared to the previous round for this execute onto C. Just waiting for a flash to come in. Anything to signal. Oh, but the fault line now used. It is quite baited out very early. Therefore, no fault line for this upcoming onslaught coming from the side of Team Secret. Snappy, though, playing up close and personal. But with the first blood onto the range, breaks down the shield. A Kolak, they lined up for Surf as well. Things are not going well with the Armageddon even utilized on the
30
side.
seconds left.
NDG trying his best to land some sort of flank, maybe a backstab perhaps. It is successful. Oh, the teleport in, only to go back into his death. With NDG now in the middle of it all, having to clear Link, it's not going to be possible at all, and Talon wins this round, this time around.
Yeah, they read that so well. At TB Loy up on top of rubble, you could see Team Secret were trying to sow some seeds of doubt in the defense's mind about that being a C hit. They had the drone coming through from NTG as well as the smoke towards front side of A. Trying to keep Talon interested in that A retake prospect. Keep the rotations honest, but Talon just did not bite at all. They stayed 3 strong on that C site and shut down that execute super nicely. Snappy gets his 2 from Waterfall side, highlighted his rotation in the mid-round there, as well as the reactive Armageddon from the defense. Talon was all over that one. So an immediate timeout for Team Secret here. This is what I was talking about. This comp is not, how would I put it? It's not really that capable of being tricky in terms of the rotations or being one of these double Enea comps where you can push and pull, which is why, honestly, even with T1 playing it, finding so much success, I haven't been a fan, honestly, of this Raze ISO comp. Because for me, Lotus is all about push and pull. It's all about things like Fade, clearing lanes on attack. You're taking C control and then you're re-clearing front B. You know, you're running all around the place and you're trying to keep the rotations honest. I don't think ISO Raze with single Enea Sova is that good at that, to be honest. And I think that round kind of highlights why. Your fake is basically an Omen throwing a dark cover from across the map and a Sova drone and hoping that the defense kind of, you know, poops their pants a little bit, does the wrong rotation. And it just doesn't really work that well sometimes.
I see what you mean. It feels like the comp is straightforward. You know, it's one of those pros and cons kind of dealy, and I think we've seen the cons in the previous round, well, twice in a row.
Well, what this comp does is snowball really well, and that's because of the ISO ult. It's picked up there by Prodigy, and there you go. Surf picked up straight away, thrown into the gulag.
Oh, felt like that could have been either way. But there it is, the -1 immediately. NDG already creeping closely in enemy territory. A good scan, but TV has been surviving all throughout until it gets taken down by Prodigy. Nonetheless, Kennedy and Lagrange doing a ton of damage onto the side of Team Secret. And this is not exactly what the plan was for sure. Kennedy ready for this off angle. Crouched up, sees the shoulder, finds the head. Snappy as well, following up. And now Talon keeps bridging the gap into 2 rounds.
Yeah, they just keep hard rotating to wherever Team Secret is. This is exactly how you should play against this comp. Like, hats off to Talon. You don't show respect to this comp. You know, the only thing that you have to be worried about, like map control-wise, is like a Cypher lurk through the middle of the map or something like that. You know, the extra lurker is something you have to be concerned about. But for the most part, where map pressure happens with ISO Raze is where the mid to late round is going to occur. And Talon are just hard rotating to wherever the pressure is and not showing much respect. So that's exactly what I want to be seeing from them. I think the Team Secret going to walk front B and look for an opening pick here.
Oh, Nizzy with a swing. Kennedy repositions as well. Viper wall to save Kennedy. Even gets 2 before anything. And now TS at a deficit.
There's just not much they can really do other than that, though. Like, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say for Team Secret, with this comp, if you're not going to start winning your XVXs and, like, win the side that you're brute forcing, you have to do exactly this. Like, look for skirmishes, do, like, 2 3s, and try to open up the sites by like trading out effectively and then creating opportunities. But at least in this round with the weaker weaponry, they're just kind of getting picked apart.
Stealing sight.
Even ready with a rotation as well with Surf on Waterfall. Already sees the shield, the head. Prodigy takes TB Lloyd down. Applix follows up as well. And this might be an upgrade. Applix has the heavy rifle, but here comes the rest. Fault line to prevent the spike from going down. Prodigy repositions. They see a peek as Applix takes down Kennedy.
Enemy remaining.
Another frag from Snappy. And when you think it was winnable, maybe, just maybe, it will be winnable for Team Secret. Up to Prodigy here, the MVP of Fracture. 14 seconds on the clock, no time, no problem. Despite the flash coming through, Team Secret again with another low buy win.
I know. They can't keep getting away with this. That's another ISO off the back of that multi-frag as well. And this is why ISO is just such a snowbally agent. It's like, you just want to use that, mate. Have you got another ultimate already, like 2 rounds later?
Enemy remaining.
Yes.
That's
Huge
true.
multi-frag for Prodigy. I mean, if they keep playing like this, I think the game plan of lock double duelist on our Vietnamese superstars and ride it all the way to a map win, I mean, that could definitely work.
Good luck.
From Snappy.
Yeah.
Team Secret will take this A main control regardless, but maybe Talon is looking to give Team Secret a taste of their own medicine here with the Sheriffs and the Marshal.
Here.
It's a possibility. Kill contract not available in this round. As Prodigy gets taken down very early, Applix even down to 32 HP at that.
They're expecting Team Secret to just speed up where the pressure is. You can see the reactive breach shot being held. Front B is being cleared by Talon here, though. Really good moves in the mid-round from Surf. Teo drone clears out all of A. Talon know exactly what's happening. TB Lloyd needs to buy time for the rotations to come in. Yoru is on his way over. In comes this C execute from Secret.
Exactly, here we go. TB Loy already firing shots. The paranoia hits. Nizzy gets taken down. Now TB Loy has access to push a little bit towards water. And now he is going to fall. NDG as well, getting a couple of kills himself as well. The shots are not going to land. The Marshall shots are not connecting. The range, though, going to get taken down by Vanessa. And no thrifty for Talon.
That was so winnable. That was so winnable, Riku. Where did it all fall apart? I just don't think they hit their shots in the sight. They started off with a man advantage. They had 5 on C ready to go and a breach ult.
Yeah.
I just think it's a bit. I mean, and TB Lloyd gets this kill as well. That's a 5-on-3 that they've lost there. And I think it really just comes down to a bit of overheat, a bit of inexperience, really. Like, just over-peaking before the breach ult actually finds impact. 3 players die half a second before the breach ult hits. That's really unfortunate. Oh my god, Applix is a madman. He's just finished that in stairs.
No way!
It's you and
There's
me.
potential to be seen by Kennedy
this
or by
troll.
Surf. There was an attempt indeed. Prodigy, though, will even out the numbers here as Vanessa will follow up with another kill himself. His Armageddon is going to push everybody into this very small corner inside tree as TB is going to aggress into this angle. Into a triple, make it a 4! TB Lloyd coming in huge here in round 11.
What is
Last
that?
round before the switch.
Absolutely massive hold.
Everything.
Why do they keep pumping out these controller players out of Thailand that can multi-frag like that? Just saw Thai
You
do
and
that
me.
in Pacific. And they just pick up another bloke and he does the exact same thing. What's going on?
One enemy remaining.
Oh man. Don't mind the approach from Team Secret. From the shadows straight into stairs side. And then follow up ISO ult, but Talon just completely abuses that. Like, that Omen just died for free, basically. Talon was really cottoned onto that. Finally, we've been sitting on this pit for a long time. Surf is going to rip it straight off the bat. Drone going to go into it. So that's it. That's huge. That really tells you a lot about Team Secret's intention, because they just got the Sova, guys. Once the drone's gone and the boombot's gone, there's no other util to really clear the map. So they throw those both in the pit, but what do? Like, what do now, guys? What's the play? Because we haven't got the Viper, we haven't cleared the pit. We're just kind of, we're licking the wall right now. There's not a lot going on.
Yeah, that's true. Have to wait a while for a re-engage. At least they have the paranoia left. Comes the scan. Not gonna tag the Viper at all. Surf still pretty safe, tucked into this corner. Gonna get spotted by TV Loy once in and out. Surf goes. Gets a kill with a snake bite to finish the job. Re-aggresses onto box, even from Kennedy. Able to get a kill as well. Things are falling apart on the side of Team Secret.
That ain't it, Chief.
30
That's
seconds
not
left.
what you want to be doing. Drone and Boombot did not get anything done, and then we're dry walking into a pit and hoping no one's watching it. 55 to Secret, they're just getting ripped apart. What a round from Talon. And what a resurgence on their defensive half here as we head in towards the halftime break.
Much as it is just a 2-round deficit, but they start on defense this time.
They're walking into front B. Izzy looking to take an opening duel with Prodigy here. Just dissuaded a little bit by the salvos. Applix ready with the trap paranoia. As soon as the reclear comes in for Talon, they are very much trying to bait the attackers into re-clearing front B and then trying to punish them for that. Even investing a dark cover on the one-way towards C long. So it's very clear Team Secret, they're going, come on Talon, let's go. Come front B, guys. But they're not interested. Not good enough salesmen,
Exactly.
unfortunately.
They're trying to wait. Prodigy, though.
Oh my
Thinking
god,
about
he's
it.
naded his own teammate and then wasted the paranoia. That's not it.
Quite unfortunate there. Oh! Finds a Vanessa. Does have information already. Has spotted out Surf. Now it's gonna try to peek out, but Vanessa Surf able to escape safely and now plant the spike as well.
Yeah, this paranoia could be huge. Great opener from Snappy there, Riku.
Woo! It's a stack on to drop. At least Vanessa able to take down before he fell. Nizzy gonna rush towards the site, practically surrounded by Talon members, with Applix is there for the assist. Now both drop from high above, as now Applix has multiple targets in sight. And now the high ground has been taken out, even the low, as Applix gets taken down. Talon increasing the gap of this map even more.
Yeah, beautiful mid-rounding from Talon. Do not get baited into that front B trap. Little bit of a Teo drone through C, and then just stroll into this A site. Absolutely scot-free. And complete the post-plant very nicely. Little 5-on-5 retake, but Talon makes it look like a bloody walk in the park. And now they get themselves a nice anti-eco. And they're definitely on top here on the attacking side of their map pick. Kind of let Fracture slip through their fingers. That was very frustrating. It can be very difficult to recover from losing close OT games like that, especially ones that you know that you could have won. But winning the next map when it's your pick in the fashion that you expect is exactly what you need to kind of steady the ship and move into map 3 with a lot of confidence.
And that's the thing, they've been in this situation before, and even worse, it was a 2-13 at bind against Team Secret last split, so having to reach overtime as well is, you know, in comparison, a bit better. But let's take a look at this paranoia. Gate crash out of there, switching towards A instead.
I honestly think sometimes I'd rather just get smashed than lose a really close OT game. Because at least I could just go next, you know?
True.
I didn't use all that effort and energy.
Agreed.
Talon, not a lot of effort needed to take this A site, although they're using a lot of util. They're not really worried about the retake that Team Secret can throw at them because they don't got great guns. It's only really Prodigy that I'm worried about. Old mate Vietnamese Meteor right now with the Sheriff.
Surf playing in close, fault line at the ready for a top side. With a snake bite to boot, now they know that potentially somebody might be lurking. Prodigy still trying to wait for the right signal. It's a stack on Team Secret, but they will not budge just yet.
Just trying to keep Talon interested. Take guns away from them. Oh, Talon's all going to exit towards main side. Surf going down is not a big deal. Only had a ghost and armor. So it looks like Secret are all going to die to the spike here. And no one's going to get any ult orbs. Oh no, Larages! Come on, brother! Please!
Was
What's
so
he
close.
lost? What did he drop? What did he drop? I want to see Guardian, maybe? That's alright.
Yeah.
Honestly, one player, two players, it could have been cleaner, but they only lost a ghost and one rifle. That's not too bad. That's fine.
That's true. It's still Talon in a very similar position in the previous map where they're first to the double digits. Of course, momentum-wise, it does seem Talon is, you know, on their way to maintain that. But we'll have to see how this goes for Team Secret as well. Applic's already on top of Rubble, but nobody's gonna go there.
It's a full A main take. Talon's going to take C in response. Cam dealt with. So Team Secret going to throw the progression smoke and start probing and prodding this C site. Dark cover returned across the map from Team Secret. Surf clearing front B as they tap the door. Lot of Secret players on front B here. They're expecting the front B contact. They're really trying to isolate the lurker. That is a disgusting tripwire on Waterfall side that Vanessa is looking to play off of. Drone to re-clear front B. That's going to spot out Surf on the lurk, but that's not going to be anything too concerning for Team Secret. Teo drone re-clearing front of A. Spots out both the Rays and the Omen, so you can really read the setup here as Talon, and that's why they speed up into C. Seeing both the Rays and the Omen is a big tell that C is open for business here.
Love the decision making coming from Talon here. Really decisive, really step by step, very similar to what we've seen in Fracture. Let's see how Team Secret is able to do this retake. They have full buys.
Yeah, Paranoia and the Yoru
this?
flashes could be huge to disrupt this retake here. And they've got a lot of post-plant utility as well, Talon.
Here we go. Right, double tap already pretty much activated. Snappy inside the Viper smoke. Already ready for a very cheeky shot. Spots out the one. Takes that one. Prodigy and Izzy as well as other plans. The trades all over the place. All up to Kennedy to hold this down. Still has the salvo, but Prodigy has a shield, but it won't matter at all. And Kennedy, the solo man onto Mound, is going to work out. And again, Talon reaches double digits first.
That was just a beautiful round from Talon. The early, like right from start to finish, great decision making in terms of gathering info. They take that C control. Surf with patience on front B, deals with the drone. They spot out the Rays Omen. They know that C's open for business. They set up a very annoying retake for the defense to complete with both the Viper rule, multiple flashes layered in from the breach, as well as the post-plant utility to close it out on the Teo. This is why this comp is seeing a lot of popularity right now, and why Breach Teo is just so oppressive in the current meta.
Yeah, the layering of utility, post-plant as well, it's just especially deadly in the hands of Kennedy as well. He has been a stellar player over here on Talon. Let's see how Team Secret is able to climb back up from this.
Get the drone front B, like 5 seconds into the round, just spots out that it's a passive hold, so that doesn't really get you a lot of value, if I'm honest. Very slow, measured approach here for Talon, not in a rush to be going anywhere. They've taken A control this time. Going to throw both the Teo drone in as well as the dark cover to apply some pressure, maybe try to pull some rotations. Spots out the Rays playing Bucky inside a tree. They want absolutely nothing to do with that. They're going to go back to C, but there's an Omen as well as a nice Cypher setup here. One of the trips has already been broken by, I think, a salvo.
I'm back.
There it is. Oh, wow! Off of the stun. Vinesse falls. Applix, though, has other plans as TB Loy gets another trade as well. So far, so good for the side of Talon. Snappy with his off angle. Prodigy will have to peek into 2 over here, and will fall eventually. One last left from Waterfall, and that's going to be Nizzy with the Bucky. But what can you do? Maybe -1. Not even give it a chance to take down 1. Walk into that. And Talon, close to match point now.
Yeah, Force just absolutely dismantled there by Talon. They're playing an excellent game here on Lotus. Really big fan of their attacking side so far. And Team Secret, I mean, they were playing kind of more of the meta comp here. Something a bit more Genji-esque before with the solo fade. It's kind of the old meta that we saw before Teo came in. With the, double control of Fade Rays with the single Senti. You're used to seeing they've now swapped over to, the current meta that's being set by T1, but it doesn't really look like they're getting a lot of value out of this comp. I don't get the sense that they're playing the comp particularly well, but also, playing the Rays ISO, what popularizes this comp is having heavy hitters like big fraggers to put on these agents that can just bail you out of any sticky situation. And quite frankly, we're just not seeing that from Secret. Talon is playing a more flexible comp, a lot better, and they're just running away with the game right now.
Yeah. Talon really very disciplined to the playbook that they have. It's the step-by-step process that we've seen in Fracture. They fell off a little bit, you know, during the latter rounds, despite them having the lead. But, you know, so far it feels like this Lotus is just, you know, much, much cleaner from them.
Alright. Secret. Grabbing themselves a buy here. Glass Cannon from Prodigy, who does have the ISO ult ready to go. There's the A main take yet again from Secret. We've seen this start of the round multiple times. Cam, Deep Sea, going to give a little bit of information to Vanessa, who is going to once again play retake C. Talon's going to go for a retake off of the drone this time. It is once again the Omen and the Raze here looking to receive this retake attempt of Rubble. Wanting to try to pick it apart with the Paranoia paint shells, perhaps.
Oh, just going to try to bait out, exchange a bit of utility. Even a smoke, dark cover as an exchange as well. Prevent anything from happening, but maybe a push. Because of the Viper wall, guess what? Nizzy is on top, gets a double, and gets out of there. Even the paint shells to add in more chip damage, but they just retract and go away.
Surf trying to make a play here. Breaks the trip. Vanessa wrapping him on backside. Should be a free kill every day of the week. It was not as free as it wanted to be, but still Talon in a 2-on-5. Got a lot of work to do.
TB Loy not is able to get the fadeaway kill from Prodigy. Looks like that's going to be a no. Kill contract available. Double tap at the ready as well. Let's see what TB Loy can do. What the flick was that? Gets caught out though. As Lorange is going to fall in the hands of Prodigy. But after that one kill, I think that was just it. Team Secret's going to be happy about that.
Yeah, if you're going to only get one kill, may as well be fancy.
Yeah.
Look, I think Talon there, learning what happens when you try to retake into the Raze Omen. Nizzy making a play through the Viper wall was unexpected up on top of Brute there. Talon thought that they could get away with just dry walking through the dark cover up behind their Viper wall, and they were punished heavily for that. So, a little bit of a minor oversight, punished a lot by Team Secret, and that might give them a breath of fresh air here. Once again, a main take coming out, trying to be contested by Snappy. It's beautiful. Sets up the TP and catches Nizzy on the cross to give Talon the man advantage. A lot of pressure on Secret now.
Yeah, not even a full skirmish. It was just Snappy getting a kill, and he's out of there. This opens up a lot of opportunities in the map.
I mean, it's kind of almost like a throwback to like the old chamber meta, where you would just send the chamber out A main, try and get like one headshot and then insta TP, and he's done it beautifully.
Exactly, Snappy. In the previous series, it split one who was the top performer. And now it feels like on Talon's side there are a lot of star players in the show this time around. Vanessa and Team Secret being that solo guardian over here. Ooh! The timing. Able to give up that crosshair view. This time Surf just trying to make sure that everything is accounted for. Just one really high tripwire on towards default. This Prodigy finds the finds the target into two.
30 seconds
Beautiful
left.
shots all around. 3v3. 30 seconds. Still a lot of time for Talon as they are already there. NDG trying to search for the right target, waiting for the plant to go down, and yes, they do. Rolling Thunder now activated as well, causing so much chaos and stuns, and NDG being the hero in this round. Orange is all alone. The new pickup of Talon will not be able to deliver, and NDG will end this round into a 3K.
Yeah, some of the same win conditions for Team Secret. On Fracture, really waking up in this round. That's all Prodigy just dry walking through the waterfall smoke, taking two with him, and then NDG punishing Talon for overheating a little. Got the breach ult off of the spike plant and thought that you could just rip it and run away with the round. NDG does an excellent job dodging that and punishing the double peek on waterfall side, and that's a bit of a phantom moment as well. Like you can see, they try to they try to double peek him, and he just hits them with the garden hose treatment.
Yeah.
Just holds down the spray, and they both just walk into him. So Talon going to take a timeout. They thought this game was going to be easy breezy, but
Yeah.
look, honestly, last couple of rounds, Secret's starting to wake up a little bit. It's kind of giving me Fracture vibes.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Talon, that's still fresh off of the memory as that just happened like 30 minutes ago. They don't want that to happen again. Go into overtime. Yeah.
It's like the same situation again. Like, they were on defense. They were 5 in a row. They had $1 million. They were like, all right, easy game, boys. Close it out on defense. Again, they're like 11-5 up on attack. It feels like they're in full control of the game. And then Secret's they're just plugging away. They're winning a couple of rounds. You're not that worried yet, but like 1 or 2 more and you're like, oh no. Starting to get a bit hot under the collar. You know, heart's beating a little faster. And from there, these things could really fall apart.
Exactly. They don't want that to happen again for sure. Especially going into this round, they don't have the proper ultimates just yet. Only from the shadows from TV Loy. They have to solely rely on the utility and the firepower that they have.
From B skirmish could be huge. Nizzy has got the showstopper ready to be pulled here. Vulnerable as well, being held by Prodigy. He's just going to play the time though.
Yep. Drone for drone. I'm going to pull out just an exchange of utility here as they switch over to A.
Yeah. Could have walked into a big crossfire. Talon going to now shift back into a 1-4. Surf left on the lurk. Going to go on a bit of an expedition towards C. We've seen them do this a number of times. Vanessa playing off multiple trips in towards stairs side here. Just a full retake A setup. Once again, Talon reading the setup very well in this round. It's not the first time.
Exactly. No one's there to play off of that trip at all.
They found
Ness
my wire.
on towards stairs. All the trips are gone. Only the smoke is available. Oh, Surf though. Oh!
They're ready for him. Punish him pretty quickly, and that's the man advantage for Secret now.
Woo! Showstopper! Kennedy has no escape at all. The plant has been, well, the spike has been planted, but with 2 members left alive, this is going to be a bit of a difficult task for Talon to keep everything at bay, and that's exactly what happened. There's a bit of a lower buy, but of course, Team Secret, they'll take anything to make sure that they're close to getting the double digits themselves.
Yeah, Talon. I mean, they got into A without hitting either trip or getting recon, but they still just couldn't make anything happen. Surf goes on a timing where, unfortunately, it's before the retakes even coming in, so it's something that you have to be really cognizant of lurking front B on this map. It's something that's very expected at this point. We all kind of established the way you play Lotus the last couple of metas in a row, really. So teams are very much just staring front B in the mid-round a lot of the time, and you've got to be very intuitive about when you actually want to go for those lurks and those duels.
Time to jump.
Because you can basically just give up a free kill sometimes.
Who's next?
Case in point in that round. Dimensional Drift and the TP here for Snappy, looking to try to pull off some rotations, maybe gather some info. Once again, spots that as a retake A setup, and we'll see if Talon wants to speed up off the back of that.
Oh, even from the shadows included. To bridge the gap, bridge the space, and get the plant immediately. Here comes the Hunter's Fury coming from NBG, eliminating TB Loy. The spike has not been planted and has been denied, even able to get a tag onto the Yoru, but that is just a clone. Snappy going to be able to be spotted out by the drone, forced to get out of that corner. But the utility is going to force Prodigy out of there. Instead, kill contract initiated. Double tap is there as well. Able to hide in through, but of course, unable to win that 1v1. Prodigy is going to take that happily. 3v4 now. And Team Secret is just storming the front and eliminating every single one from Talon. And history seems to be repeating itself, Pilsky.
Yeah, Secret is completing some really clean retakes here. Like, they're just playing retake A. Talon is spotting that it's retake A, getting the spike plant down, and then just getting absolutely rinsed. And it comes down again, have to mention the lurk timings. Like, this is where, to be fair, I mean, they used TV Loy there. The ult usage for Team Secret is fantastic in that round, so at the end of the day, can't really take too much away from Talon there. They did get double ulted in that round. A lot of impact from the Sova and the ISO ult. Basically puts it into a 5-on-3. But I think if you want to find more success when you're getting these open sites for Talon, you really got to think more about how you're going to draw the round out, and also how you're going to get those active lurks to have a bit more impact than they're having. Because it really doesn't feel like Team Secret's getting disrupted very much or caught off guard very much as they rotate in and complete these retakes a little too easily sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Team Secret's happily able to give up the site, the space, get the plant down because their 5-man retake has been stellar. It's always, every time after contact, it's -2 on the side of Talon. And nothing, no trades whatsoever in Team Secret.
Same thing again. Open A site. Finesse playing off of his trips. Team Secret, you can see they're staring front B, waiting for Surf to go for a lurk, but once again, it's a 5-man approach for Talon. Oh, no one's covering the plant to Riku. That is an absolute disaster. Spike plant will go down regardless. It is up here.
Snappy again at the same angle as well. No Hunter's Fury to deter the spike to get planted. Paranoia does not hit Snappy. Oh, this off angle though, the transfer gets 2 at least. Nizzy will shut him down. Now this is a better hold from the side of Talon. But look at Nizzy though, in the middle of it all. It's the Viper Spit, causing so much chaos, so much denial. This TB is gonna fall in the hands of Applix. Got a step to cause confusion. They still have to worry about the player on the tree as he exits here. Guess what? There's one into the salvo, but good thing Surf is there to salvage this and hold the line. Talon now at match point.
Get off your iPad, Chief. Jesus Christ. It's bloody iPad kids. This generation, this is exactly what's wrong with them.
Yeah, tisk.
Talon, though. I mean, I love this from Talon. They just stick to their guns.
Yep.
They've been getting crushed in the retakes, but they just go. They recognize what the issue is fundamentally. You know, they don't go like, oh, we're losing on A every time. Let's go elsewhere. They go, we've taken A every time. We just need to fix up the mid to late rounds.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they do. Set up a pit after plant. Maybe could have covered the planter a little bit better, but they take the round regardless.
Here we go. Lower by on the side of Team Secret. Talon poised to just repeat the success that they did in the previous round. That's exactly why they're going towards A. They need to clear a lot of these things. Finesse at backside, really trapped in the middle of it all. Thought he found one, but no! The NDG finds 2 instead! And things are looking a little bit disastrous on the side of Talon. Still numbers-wise, looking good for Talon. The good scan coming from NDG, but trap and drop with the utility Armageddon utilized as well. Both players gonna come from top side. All up to Applix and Nizzy to extend this map some more. Lorraine is able to sneak past towards drop. The up shot is not going to work out. Gets traded by Applix. 1v2 situation though, but Kennedy is ready for the shot. And there you go. Talon wins Lotus, and the series goes 1-1. Things are a bit conditioned or stable or what the usual for the side of Team Secret with the ISO and as well as the Yoru being paired up. On the attacking side, they've played this before just recently into the split. For Talon this time around, one of the first ones that received success onto Waylay over here in the scene. And that is in the hands of Snappy. The first time we saw this, that was in Ascent. Now they're bringing this here over onto Haven. Really exciting stuff for Talon. And I can't wait to absolutely check this out. Team Secret starting on attack. Will they have a more aggressive stance on Garage, or will they wait for an attack from outside of B is the question. Garage seems to be a deadly death trap with the Arc Rose pre-positioned onto window. Nizzy might take a full onslaught of that damage as the shear is going to get triggered from B. Still, no information has been acquired from both teams just yet. Couple of pre-firing shots.
I have the
Nothing but time bought. But I'd say Talon has won a little bit of that with the denial of information. A was clear, but the rotation from both initiators of Talon is slowly making their way from Link and a sort of readjustment. Surf and Snappy are thinking about it. There's one tucked inside the corner. That's going to be Prodigy. The timing as he looks away. Unfortunate. But Snappy takes advantage of that in an instant. Here comes the attack onto A. Lots of utility being utilized, but that is clear. Nizzy primed in position onto Link. That is quite the open plan. Kennedy on 13 HP, hoping to use all utility before he goes down. Nizzy tucked inside the smoke, outside of Link, as Viness is setting up a cheeky little crossfire outside of this. This fault line now activated. White like Snappy with the dash into the refract. Aplix and NDG give the beautiful kill, but Lorange with another trade as well, making it into a triple to end that pistol round. Beautiful stuff by Talon. A great retake from them.
Not your day, is it?
Waylay. Honestly, this pick is incredible. Having to provide information. You don't have to kill, even with the double dash, as long as you're able to just assess where everybody is at and refract out of there, repause out of there. It's just doing a lot of work and intel for the side of Talon already. Lorange is able to deal the double. As long as information is granted, you're just able to waterfall outside of spawn, and they are rewarded for the win. Now, lower buy on the side of Team Secret. Prodigy, though, with the Soul Sheriff. We've seen lower buys, thrifty victories from the side of Team Secret. It is highly possible that that may happen again. But so far, so good for the side of Talon. They have been incredibly patient. They've been biding their time, and they have been exactly rewarded with that. Garage has been a point of contention, for a lot of these teams so far. The Arc Rose has yet to be utilized or seen. Here we go, Lorange with a beautiful shot to the head. Prodigy is no more. -1 on the side of Team Secret, but they'll still continue the push onto B. Lorange with an off angle here. Trying to switch and cross out of there. From that Link angle. Oh, the flash onto themselves. Nizzy, though. Beautiful shot onto Lorange, but Kennedy is just ready for the trade. Silence is deafening here. They have a jump shot. No problem for Kennedy at all. And there's one at backside, but Surf is there for the trade nonetheless. Beautiful stuff here, Polski.
Yes. Thank you, Riku. I had to, you know, attend to some business. So I missed the first 2 rounds. But looks like Talon's off to another great start. Love to see it. Secret doing a little bit of damage though, keeping them honest. See what they have prepared for their first gun round here. This is another one of these comps where you are playing the solo Enit, but having the Yoru instead of the Raze as a secondary duelist actually makes a pretty big difference. This is the power of the Astra though, as well as the Breach. Look at this full take of Lobby with the util to boot. Happy taking one away with the util, really enabling him to go for that opening kill, but one trader back for Talent. Smoke's down on Secret, which on the attacking side is going to be a very big problem this early in the round.
Yeah, exactly. No controller available anymore, and Surf already pretty much pushed up alongside TB Loy. Even with an angle already lining up the shot. Surf with the double at that. Nizzy tries to do the trade, and yes, he's able to successfully do so. The duelists left here for the side of TS.
Prodigy's has been chilling in A main, anticipating some kind of a push. Talon is just reading this so well. They read these mid rounds every single time. Double stacked on 8. Off angle from Snappy. Lorange's backside with a little bit of util in his pocket.
Lorange already a bit damaged here as they silently take the bullet, but Snappy with the Snappy shots. That was incredible.
Oh my god, how many bonus rounds have Talon won this series? If they don't win it, they're going to be kicking themselves. This is another brilliant start to the half. Good stuff from Surf in the mid round. It started off with that full A main take, which, like I said, is the reason why running Astra on this comp used to have a lot, on this map rather, used to have a lot of success. You know, kind of popularized a little bit by Fnatic, and I'm not talking about like the Yoru ISO comp necessarily, but they used to love running the Astra on this map. And during the Astra meta as well, it had a lot of popularity, obviously. Nizzy getting the opening kill on Kennedy though. gives Team Secret the man advantage. And if there's one thing that has happened time and time again in this series, Riku, it's Talon starting a half well and then getting destroyed by a half bite. And the game gets a lot closer from there. And again, this is an opening pick for Team Secret in a round that they don't have much business winning.
Yeah, the pattern seems to check out here for both of these teams in their matchup. Let's see, though. With the stack onto A, this is a very good read on the side of Talon, especially that the stars are pre-positioned already at these entryways.
For sure. Secret. Little bit of util to kick off this execute. Still a couple of flashes here. But Talon are well and truly set up for this.
Yep, dimensional drift at the ready. Even a flash to boot to help assist beyond incoming attack as Snappy has plans of his own here. It's Surf alongside the rest. Snappy is not stopping at all. And a 4-0 this time. No thrifty for you, Team Secret.
Dude, Snappy is absolutely destroying them this game. I don't know what it is about Thai waylays. I mean, the agent was built for him.
Yup.
Snappy's doing his best trimming cosplay, and it's looking accurate as hell right now.
One enemy.
Diving in and out of the sight smoke there.
Launching thorns.
Surf is popping off. He is very excited about them winning that round because they have been getting ecoed all day long. Team Secret, a bit more of a straightforward approach here. Drone straight up C long, and the rest of the boys looking to follow that in. But look at Talon. There's already 4 players in this neck of the woods ready to respond. They are just always in the right positions at the right times. The Rangers has already got the breach util ready to go. This is ridiculous.
It's you.
The fact is, Hunter's Fury now activated with the kill contract combined with that Snappy. Is able to snap back and forth here. Triggers the shield out of there and wins the kill contract. Denied, liquidated. But Nizzy has other plans though. Kennedy, the only one left, and has to walk all the way from B.
Yeah. He was the retake A player, all on his lonesome, creeping up through garage side. TP floats towards C long. He's going to get faked. It's not going to really bother Kennedy too much, but there's just not much he can do there. Off angle from NTG is a little better. And Secret win their first round on this attacking side. Despite the fact they run into a 4-stack on that C site, they still dismantle the hold and survive with 3 players.
Yeah, that's true. Felt like, Snappy's presence, despite the win on the 1v1, is really needed on that defense there onto C as Hunter's Fury finds the kill onto TV Loy and the rest.
Yeah. I mean, that's the power of the ISO, of the kill contract. Like, you're detaining one player. At the end of the day, even if you don't win the 1v1, if your team is still trading well onto the site, you're all good. It's effectively just, an entry at that point. Light contest on towards a lobby here. You can see Appley very much starting to recognize the rotations and the star placement. He's just going to TP across lobby, but Team Secret are going to forfeit that.
Right here.
They've dropped off Finesse, front B. And the group back towards C, and I guess just go straight up into the site. Talon, in the meanwhile, remaining active, though. Flashpoint is going to re-clear all of this A space and inform them that Team Secret is no longer there, and that confirms it.
Yep, information denied. Oh, TV Loy is switching up to platform as Surf uses that as a distraction. Able to get a kill. The spray down by NDG is going to be rewarded. TV Loy still very poised behind platform. Conversion paths now activated as CB Lloyd finds a double. Stappy follows up as well. Kennedy with a kill onto B as well. Things are looking great for Talon here onto Haven.
What a Waylay ult as well. I feel like Waylay ult is one of the ults that I just never see utilized very well, but that's a beautiful Waylay ult from Snappy. Coming in on the retake there. Like, this is exactly what it's good at. Oh, I didn't even see that. Steel Garden from Surf. Both that and the Waylay ult in combination just really make that a C-side take from Team Secret very difficult. They're going to call a timeout here yet again. See what they're going to change up. This is just another map where I feel like Talon are looking like the much better team here. Got that vibe on Fracture. Sorry, not Fracture. I got that vibe very much in the last map on Lotus. Fracture was definitely a little bit more back and forth, but in the second half, I felt like Talon was pulling away with it. And again here, I'm getting the same kind of vibe, where I feel like Talon is looking like the better team. They're playing the macro really well. Their defense looks fantastic. Snappy is popping the hell off on the Waylay. And Team Secret, again, it's got to come down to some adjustments being made. Maybe some shenanigans on the half buys or some individual brilliance, because outside of that, I feel like this is Talon's game for the taking.
Yeah, things are looking really great for Talon. The consistency, the way that either A or C, their defense and their read, their rotations has been correct every single time. And we'll have to see now with Rolling Thunder available and as well as the Astral ult as well. Let's see how they're able to utilize that for this round.
Creeping up in the middle of the map. Garage take already... It's already ready for Talon. Like, immediate fault line arc rows with the Waylay in position. Every single time Team Secret wants to do anything, Talon is ready for them. They're just reading them like a book, and this is where Team Secret, they're starting to get sick of it. They're just going to call the audible straight back towards this A site. It's a retake setup for Kennedy.
But the rotation is already there pretty much. Even an angle at the ready outside of sewers. Kennedy unable to get maybe... Oh, even dropping alongside with a team. The flash is going to come through. Surf eliminates Nizzy. Plant not even there, not even close. They're pretty much stuck on A main into Long as well. Snappy knows somebody is there. Fires some shots. Surf pushing through. Prodigy trying to peek. Gets punished at that. Surf gets another kill as well. Viness finds a trade as they're ready to peek away from sewers, but the job's still not done. They have to deal with a lot of guns. TB Loy as well. Gonna get enshrouded by the smoke, the wraparound, and the escape onto C. He goes. Zapplex gets the plant onto the site instead.
Yeah, nice open plant. Vandal in hand. Couple of shrouded steps to play with. Dark cover coming back off cooldown. Talon just going to play the numbers here. Athlete, can he catch one on the cross? Oh, he tried to come out of garage doors there and be able to even up the numbers. But TB Loy, good crosshair placement, good awareness, puts him down before that gets out of control, and Talon pick themselves up another round. They were ready for the garage take. And do a nice little A flood off the back of the Rolling Thunder to boot.
Take a second.
So, really feels like whatever Secret wants to go for, Talon is all over it.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I feel like garage is a death trap at this point.
I mean, if you're in position for it, it is for sure.
Down.
And I think for Team Secret, that's just a case of maybe them being a little bit too readable, where they've taken a timeout and gone for that adjustment to go for garage. Like, the opening to these rounds in Haven is always the same when you're talking about running defaults. It's you take garage or you take A main, and based off, you then choose what you want to do from that, whether you want to go back and take the other part of the map you haven't pressured, or whether you just want to kick off and execute. It's either that or you just run up a straight up set plate. Secret for the 1-4 now. Cypher's on the lurk. Cam in grass. Omen spotted. They're going to go forward off the back of a fault line. That completely catches Team Secret with their pants down, but they're at least able to trade one back. And they cut sound yet again.
No pesky arc rows onto
very well.
I know exactly where you
That's true. Dimensional Drift even, being in consideration for this play. Kennedy even able to sneak out of there. But Prodigy takes down the range. Good dodge of the flash, but with a double swing rather. You will be powerless. Snappy, ready with a refract, but unable to get a kill off of that. And things are looking great for Team Secret this time around.
Yeah, for sure. I think Talon didn't mind the idea of really trying to aggress down sewers with the breach utility. It's one of the big advantages of running it on this map. It's why it has so much popularity. It's just on defense having a breach in the A link or in the middle of the map, and then reactively throwing out those fault lines or flashpoints, basically through walls, and setting up your teammates for success. Oh, the models are goofy AF in this game sometimes. Love it. But Team Secret, that is finally a little bit of success on this attacking side. And it comes off the back of just slowing things down in the mid round is something that they understand very well, and that a lot of teams don't do very well. It's just that if one team is playing flood heavy and rotating wherever the pressure is, which is exactly what Talon's doing, and it is again a side effect of the kind of comp that Team Secret is playing. You can just cut sound in the mid round, and if the other team is over rotating and really responding to where the pressure is, and they don't have their like small site player actually take map control, then effectively they have no information, and they have to respect the fact that you might just run back onto the other side of the map and just go to a different site. So cutting sound in the mid round working out very well for Secret as a result of that. But Snappy just continues to deliver.
Refract even saved for following kills as well for this operator, only having to use Lightspeed at that as an investment. And I think that's a pretty good deal.
For sure. You'll take that opening pick, and this time it's unanswered from Secret. Last time it was a 1-for-1, which is great for the attackers. Vaness looking to get active in the mid round, and Surf is just licking his lips right now.
Thorns activated.
Arcros at the ready, Razor Vine as well, triggered. Doesn't expect, maybe expects the second player coming right in. Doesn't know that Vaness actually snuck right inside Garage, and that's why Vaness is able to land that sneak attack onto Surf.
Who's next?
Yeah, the fault line is a little too late there. Out comes the Dimensional Drift. Nizzy scouting out all of this A site. It's completely open for business. How does Team Secret respond now? They are so heavily committed to Garage. Only 30 seconds to go. This Dimensional Drift building a couple of rotations back away for Talon. He's faked the TP. The spike is going over there.
Oh, but Kennedy is already pretty much in position alongside Snappy with his operator from hell. As Lorraine is going to go inside the smoke and decimates Team Secret. The spike is in the middle of nowhere. There's a flank being set up by Vaness and NDG. But with 5 seconds on the clock and the spike just so far away, they just have to save at this point.
Oh, man. It's just the awkward. It's really awkward to make a clean decision for the attackers there. They just had a little bit too much of everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they had deep positions in Garage. They're like, oh, this is a good position to get a lurk off or maybe sneak into C. And then the Dimensional Drift goes into A and it's completely open sight. And you're just like, I've got too much space. I've got too much info and I can't make a decision. It's like decision paralysis. And Talon just completely picks them apart as a result of it. It's like a deceptively difficult round to work out what the right choice is, and unfortunately Secret can't put the puzzle pieces together.
And Talon just feels so snappy when it comes to the decision making every single round.
Deploying drone.
Especially on their attacking side, they don't play games. They're just like, you take this map control and then we execute the site and we roll you.
Question is, did they see? They did. There's the ping coming from Snappy. There's a peek. Doesn't get Prodigy this time around. Lightspeed out of there for safety.
Nice pre-fire. Laranja's madman on the breach. He's just walked straight up the guts through the middle of the map. Team Secret don't have a whole lot of util. I mean, this is a downside of this comp. The drone's already been used. So clearing out grass in the mid round is actually kind of annoying sometimes, but they're just going to storm their way straight up through Garage. Fault line is beautiful, but TV Lloyd can't take advantage of it.
What? TV Lloyd able to cross from the door, hold the trigger, gets rewarded by 2. Surf even sneaking his way from window with the Arclos blind, taking them down. Vaness will trade with his teammate, but Lorraine is already on the case. 3v2 situation. Slowly sneaking in for the shot, sees the shoulder, but able to dodge right through. Snappy with a beautiful up shot as well, with Lorraine following up. Talon 8-2 now in this map.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from Talon. Secret just really feels like their mid-rounding is not getting them enough value. And I think, again, it comes down to like a side effect of the comp that they're playing. Like, it is a straight-up comp. When you watch, like, T1 play this comp, they just brute force their way into these sites. Their decisions are very simple, and they bail themselves in the mid-round out with some individual plays, or they get these really nice lurk timings. And then, you know, if neither of those are working, it's like skirmishing. It's like 3-2s, and you're taking skirmishes, and you're able to actually frag well enough to make these messy mid-round situations that you can win. But Team Secret right now, I mean, when your ISO is not having much impact in terms of fragging, it's where this comp is really going to start to struggle because you're just not snowballing those ISO ults together. You're not winning the duels with the shield. And therefore, you're just not creating those opportunities. The opportunities are created from fragging, from getting the entries, from making the rounds messy. And it never feels like the rounds are messy for Talon. They're always in the right positions at the right times. And the rounds are pretty easy decision-making wise for them.
The only time that I remember it was Team Secret relishing in the chaos was the Hunter Sphere of NDG. When that was activated, exactly right now, perhaps this is the time for Team Secret to shine. It's on the lower buy as well, but it doesn't exactly tag anyone. Maybe just Kennedy at the very end. But here comes a flash they have to respect. And the plant's not going to go down just yet as Kennedy finds a frag. Steel Garden even activated throughout the entire site. And now things are spelling trouble for Team Secret as Kennedy just really decimates the competition. 9-2 now. What a round.
Last round
Talon's
in the
Bloods
half.
are so good. Like, they understand exactly how you use the ults to flood A. Like, they did it with the Breach ult in a previous round. That time they used the Steel Garden. Like, it is just so difficult for Team Secret to defend this. As soon as they're trying to tap the spike and establish a post plant, you're just getting Steel Gardened or Rolling Thundered, Breach Util layered in, and you're getting 3 or 4 players running at you. Just really, really clean floods from Talon.
Scanning ahead.
It's honestly crazy stuff. Every angle marked. Maybe playing fast.
No.
Unfortunate. Kennedy even winning the 1v1 against Prodigy. Nizzy, though, at least takes him down 1 for 1. But now they know where the attack is going to go.
TP into Heaven side. Drone clearing out short. They're worried about the lurk smoke. Off angle from Athlete. Wants to take one with him and drop off the ledge, but Snappy is way too fast.
The range as well. Meanwhile, Vanessa onto Soar, at least minusing down the numbers. The light speed even dashing through, knows where the other member is going to be at. And what a dominating first half here for Talon.
100%. 10 and 2 is going to be very difficult for Team Secret to recover from. Going to need to see some of the individual players wake up a lot and some more half-by shenanigans after the break.
You're nothing.
Last player standing.
For sure. 15-3 for Snappy. He's going to be the point man as Team Secret looks like they want to be pushing mid in the mid round, or they're expecting some kind of B pistol from Talon. And that's exactly what Talon is doing. This is a great read for Secret here.
Oh, will they anticipate the crossfire here? There is Lightspeed dashing back to backside. And Applix and Prodigy have other plans. Unable to spot things out, but immediately it's equalized by Snappy and Surf, all up to NDG and Nizzy to clutch this thing out. Snappy now tucked in towards the corner. 1v1 with more damage onto Nizzy. Taps him towards the spike. And the jiggle from Nizzy is going to do the job. And Team Secret wins that pistol.
Oh, man. It wasn't clean. It wasn't pretty. Surf just could not clean up his breakfast there. Man could have just got a 4K to put the final nail in the coffin and win this series for Talon. But Nizzy is keeping them alive here. And it's just a round that should not be this much of a struggle. Like, you got opening 3 kills, and you had a double garage, double front B setup up against a B set play. Like, it's the perfect anti-strat and read for Secret on the defensive pistol, and they still really struggle to get that round across the line.
And it feels like when these two teams always fight each other, when they always match up, feels like most of the time it's always like a 2v2 or a 1v1 in most of these rounds.
Yeah, I mean that's a side effect of the ISO Yoru.
Yep.
At the end of the day, NDG.
The spray down with the Spectre.
And go for it.
That's true. It is that big eco, and TB Loy maybe a free upgrade, but against 4, there's nothing much you can do, especially that there's a flank incoming on the side of Team Secret. See here, the end is coming. Because now Talon, of course, that was their eco, Team Secret. Just trying to clean things up to move on to the bonus of Talon.
Yeah. Get 4 guns over. Got a couple of Spectres in the mix. We farmed ourselves up a few old door points for the Hunter's Fury. Can help us out a little bit later on. Talon, first gun route for them. Are aware of the Outlaw here. Only Larange's going down to the regen shield, which could get one shot by the Outlaw.
Oh.
A contest in here. Looking to push NDG off the line. Refract is active, and Snappy takes all of that space. See, Apley's ready close garage with the judge. After that A pressure, Team Secret are really anticipating Talon to go back and take garage in the mid-round.
Perhaps a garage take with the drones gonna expose any possible cheeky plays there coming from the side of Applix. Looks like that's gonna be a no. They respect that possibility. The range ready with the fault line alongside Snappy. Finesse gets a frag onto Surf, but the attack is actually onto A. They haven't cleared the entire site just yet. NDG lying and waiting. Now he is exposed, but yet he still gets a kill before he falls. Now Snappy, completely damaged, down to 1 HP. We'll just do and plant the spike and get value off of his life. Maybe get a kill before he falls.
Yeah, man advantage for Secret here. Very winnable on the bonus.
Exactly. Stray bullet could kill and snap Snappy off of reality. Kennedy has an angle. That's exactly why Nizzy falls down. Prodigy finds the remaining member in Applix as well. And the bonus will not go to Talon. Team Secret. It seems like they're slowly catching up.
Yeah, this is like the checklist of coming back into a game you were down 2-10 in. You win your pistol, reasonably decent anti-eco, bonus picked up because you had so much firepower brought over from the good anti-eco, and now you get an anti-eco of your own that you can build up your money from, and all of a sudden you are really rolling on the defensive side with good money behind you. Makes the game a hell of a lot more winnable. If you're Team Secret, Talon back down onto the half-bite. Hero Rifle purchased up by Snappy with the game that he's having a, I don't hate it.
We'll see where that translates into, and yes, they're rewarded, yep! It's an easy kill. Refract even still activated, NDG still holding on up. Maybe a peek. Let's see, the crosshair lines up. And they get a double at that as well. Prodigy trying to see if there's anyone else in A main, but no, they went straight to C after.
Yeah. Open for the business camera, going to confirm the fact that all of the Talon members are on the site, getting themselves into an afterplant here. But Snappy's in another postcode. The dude's still on the A site. The rest of Team Secret's taken the rest of the map here. So Talon just really need to buy time for the Waylay to get involved. Astra's still up with multiple stars, so you can pull that spike tap. It's a nice and open plant as well, and Secret are taking a long time to clear garage.
Yeah, Snappy is gonna be able to catch up. Convergent paths even available at that. Lands a beautiful headshot alongside Kennedy as well. Finesse, as soon as he looks away, Snappy peeks right on out. And it's a thrifty win. Taste of Team Secret's own medicine.
Flawless Thrifty is unreal. 3 guns picked up at the end of the round as well, and it's just ridiculous. Snappy is so sharp. Like, you don't need armor if the other players can't even shoot back because you're just too fast. Everything is an instant one-tap.
It's absolutely
Waylay ults
deadly.
are available now, and Secret, it's last chance for them. Ops out, they've got a lot of big impact ults. Hunter's Fury, ISO ult, and they're one off the Dimensional Drift as well.
Looks like Snappy still trying to replicate the same formula and outcome. Decides nobody wants to peek that A long anymore.
Yeah. I mean, this is a big strength of the Waylay on the attacking side. Is like, you could just pop your Refract. It's something that teams do a lot on Lotus. Is like, you pop your Refract and you go and scout kind of what the setup is. And if you get yourself in a tough situation, you just Refract out. And then you get information about what the setup is, and it really informs what your team's mid-round should be. But in this case, where you have the Refract active and then you just have that A main control, and you don't see anything, it's a very clear tell for Talon that they could just go right back and take this control here.
That's exactly what they're doing. Only a tripwire between them and the rest. Already spotted. NDG ready for this off angle, but is stunned. Oh, the tripwire. Why is Snappy still alive after all that time? That's crazy stuff, NDG. I don't know what I just witnessed.
30 seconds left.
No distraction.
Oh my god. Yo! The breach! He's dropped the spike on the breach. Caught him on the way out the door.
Nicely done.
He's gonna pick Surf on front B as well. What a mess.
Last player standing.
Team Secret gonna be happy about this round for sure as Kennedy, the sole survivor
10
of
seconds
what
left.
just happened in this round for Talon. Circling around, seeing if he can get a plant, but of course no, as Applix is just waiting in the corner. Team Secret 6-11.
Nice trip. Good finesse there. Look, they're ready
That
for
felt
that
like
8-8
forever.
take.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Good job, I guess. Nice
Yeah.
one.
There it is.
Oh man, yeah, you made me watch it again. Replays guy has done him dirty. Attack timeout for Talent. Still well and truly in a good position to close this game out.
Yep.
Like, I think running into the Cypher setup on A, these are just kind of the things that happen. Like, you just misread the Senti site and you haven't played into a certain team or seen the setup before, and you could just get caught like a trip like that and lose the round. It happens.
Yeah.
When you're this far up, it shouldn't be something that dissuades you too much on the attacking side. I think you just need to keep your head screwed on right. Like, your duelist is having a phenomenal game right now. Surf is having as well. And that's a recipe for success on Haven. You're getting the entries, but you also have a Sentinel player with a lot of experience that could just, you know, give the other team a lot of problems in the mid-round. Be very active on the lurks and harass the rotations. You know, it should be a done deal. 11-6 on attack.
That's true. They have the abilities. They've got the ultimates. They got Steel Garden and Convergent Paths. We've seen how Talon is able to use that so effectively in some of these rounds and layer that in. But also Team Secret. NDG had some pretty scary Hunter's Furies in the past few rounds. But hold on, thought. Operator from Nizzy. Let's see if that's going to equate to anything. Instead, Snappy deals first blood on him.
Yeah, another opening kill to Snappy. Dude is too sharp. And kind of reminds me of like the last time I watched SEA challenges with an academy team was RRQ Academy on this map. And Splash was insane on the duelist. And this Snappy guy, again, another insane duelist in tier 2 right now playing for an academy side. Absolutely love to see some of the talent coming through the woodworks in Southeast Asia. Man advantage for Talon, and they're just working through the mid-round here. Re-clearing A. Snappy's over on that C side of the map, still on the active lurk. This is just a free site. Same trip, though. They recognize that this is a Cypher setup, but I don't think they're too dissuaded by it right now. Talon just reading this excellently. Nice, easy, open plant. Man advantage. Shouldn't be having too many issues here.
Yep. Especially after that third tag, able to tag the range. Spike's still going down, but at least I bought some time for the rotation to come. Nonetheless, the breach abilities are still available for the taking. There's no ultimates available for the defending side. It's Steel Garden to scare them off even more. To stack onto Heaven, actually, for the side of Team Secret. Convergent Paths already ready for the side of Snappy as well. It's going to be a drop from Heaven above and a beautiful scan from the rest of Talon. Team Secret, rather, but Talon is so ready for this as well, as Applix is the only one left. Beautiful snappy shots. It is incredibly doable. Applix able to dodge the first flash, but there's not a lot of time. Applix is forced to send this to half, but here comes the peek, the headshot, Lorange, the pickup from Talon. Newest member on the block. Send this to match point.
Yeah, it was a good retake attempt from Team Secret, but those ults just layered too well over the top of each other. The Steel Garden and the Convergent Paths, and the fact that you're attacking into a breach with full util and Astra Stars are down in multiple chokes. Like, it's just a recipe for disaster on the retake for Team Secret. So the fact that they even bring that down into a 1v1 and push it that close, respect, honestly.
And here we go. Talon.
Be
A
right
comfortable
Barrage
spot
take.
right now. Oh, paranoia. The refract, though, just to get out of there.
Yep. That's what it's so good at.
Decoy.
Waylay is just you know, I don't know. It's an agent where you can just tickle the map, see what's going on. You just have a get out of jail free card.
Exactly. Oh, Sheer now going to be triggered. Viness has access to neural theft after the kill onto Surf. But this opens up C. And get the plant down.
Yeah, you got the dimensional drift as well on the retake. Really going to help things. Out comes the Cosmic. They have the breach hold as well here, Talon.
Go, Prodigy is going to get scanned, or rather, he's going to get knocked up by the Rolling Thunder. The rest of Team Secret. Energy gets a kill, though, including TB Loy, but Snappy evens out the numbers immediately on towards backside already for Cosmic Divide utilized as well for the extra chaos. Kennedy the only one left, and there you go. Team Secret able to get a beautiful retake.
Yeah, Surf's... I get he's having a good game. He's played with confidence, but he's trolled that round pretty hard. You've lost your Lurker front B, pretty easy neural theft, which allows Team Secret to take the entire map. Which is kind of what I was saying. Like it's similar to that fracture round where you have all of that A main control, but you don't flank through the entire map. Like this time, that's the perfect example of why it's so strong. The neural theft gives them perfect information, allows them to just take the entire map, and then they just pick apart Talon's post plant with the man advantage really easily. And I think Talon committing far too much to that as well. Both the Cosmic and the Rolling Thunder committed to a 4-on-5 that they didn't win. You know, those are the kind of rounds that you'll point to. Losing your lurk front B like that and committing multiple ults to a man disadvantage situation, that's the round you point at if this goes to OT and they lose.
It's a possibility. This could go A12 if things don't go their way, especially there's a lot of weapons on the side of Team Secret. Finesse just laying down the pain onto Talon. Before you know it, the round is just basically over.
Yeah, which is going to give Team Secret more confidence. Cleaning up these anti-ecos a little easier, getting some of the boys a bit of a multi-frag, especially your Sentinel on the defense. Going to make you feel a little bit better about stringing the next 4 rounds together. See if Talon can take any of these guns away from them, though. Make them a little bit more nervous.
That is indeed the question, Prodigy. Already lining up the shot here for anyone entering B.
Last
Surf
player
will be first
standing.
contact, and there you go. I don't think it's going to be a possibility to take down at least one weapon before the next
seconds
round,
left.
but very clean stuff by Team Secret. It feels like when the pressure starts to build, Team Secret sort of either starts to pick up or Talon gets a little extra nervous when they're close to winning.
The TV Loy's always just laughing and smiling. When he's in an absolutely unwinnable situation. He's just laughing to himself. Absolutely love the mentality. Every team needs like one of those vibes, guys. But yeah, legit. In a game like this, you're just laughing to yourself. Like, I won't win this 1-on-4. Absolutely good here. Keep the vibes nice and good for the boys. If anything, he's getting the most out of that.
Last player
Completely unwinnable situation. But like I said, a little bit more confidence for Team Secret. Still need to string 4 together though.
Yep. Can't afford
the open
can't
is
afford
gonna
any
look like.
mistakes whatsoever.
Yeah. A main contest for both teams here, Riku.
A little bit of a crossfire happening here, and it's Snappy getting the first peek, but nonetheless still able to successfully deny that as Nizzy gets that kill.
Neutral.
Man advantage
My
for
ult is
Secret.
ready.
Even more. Some of the duelists are starting to have some impact and get some opening kills, really disrupt Talon as they work the map here. It's looking
that's-
better and better for Secret as we get deeper into this half.
That's so scary on Talon's side. If it has happened before, it can happen again. There's 2 paths here, literally convergent paths. What happened in Fracture or what happened in Lotus. Kennedy, of course, alongside this fellow initiator, Lagrange, gonna try to attack B as Surf finds a pick, a very important one at that.
For sure. This duel between the Sentinels could also be very important, but Talon actually does not commit to front B there. Going to wrap back
30
towards the
seconds
C
left.
site. There is a trip on the side. Don't think that's going to give them too much trouble. Hunter's Fury is active for Kennedy, so the longer you take to get this retake going, the more difficult it is. If Talon can force out the kill contract, that'd be fantastic as well.
Spike planted.
Prodigy on the other side of the map right now, looking to try to bring that over. Oh, they're going to fight spawn side here.
That's everybody from Team Secret greeting you and welcoming you to round 22. This is getting a little spicy. Milsky.
I like it. I like that they tried to fight spawn there. But, yeah, Team Secret just completely cooked them. Coming in on that retake, so
When we go
3
out
rounds to
there,
go.
someone dies. Carry that weight.
Talon, another half buy on the cards here. Maybe just chuck a hero rifle on Snappy, why not?
Neutral.
But this is look, this is what Yoru ISO should look like. You should be working your way through the map. Like, you think about how T1 plays, you got like Buzz on an op or Meteor on an off angle somewhere, and as you try to take map control, you're just getting shot in the side of the head and losing players moving through the map. That's a little bit more like it for Team Secret.
I feel like makes Snappy respect a lot of A long for quite a while. Surf's gonna get caught out by the tripwire, but look at this rush. Snappy is gonna come from long with a refrag for information that somebody is gonna be from backside platform. Lagrange gets a kill onto Vanessa. Kennedy as well. Applix finally gets taken down after all this time. Now 3v2 situation. Prodigy still not stopping. Goes inside the smoke, and it's in a blink of an eye. It's over in a